Hey everyone, welcome back to another complete Platinum walkthrough. This one is for Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, the remake version, and we're going to be doing 100% on Extreme on our first playthrough. You can get every single trophy in one playthrough. If there's anything you're not sure about, just compare what I do to another and you'll see exactly how easy it is. Yes, it can be a little bit easier if you do it on New Game Plus, do it in 2 playthroughs, but it's not a great deal easier. Like I say, you will see if you compare this to a New Game Plus Extreme. It's not a massive difference. The boss fight is still very hard no matter what you do it on. And all the New Game Plus things you can have available to you, they don't make the boss fights that much difference, if I'm honest. Yeah, so I'll be walking you through everything. I've got a full text guide as well. You'll find in the description. These pre-order bonuses, by the way, and this deluxe content, it's not required for the camo, so don't worry about that. Yeah, so I'll walk through everything. Like I say, we're doing 100%. On Extreme. If you want to follow this in 2 playthroughs, you can do. So if you want to follow me on your New Game Plus, yes, do so. You don't have to do it exactly how I'm doing it. I'm showing you an optimal way to do it. All these strategies as well have all been optimized. We'll be getting through a lot of fights fairly easy. The boss fights, yes, still take a bit of skill, a bit of practice, but it's no way around that. Like I say, even on Extreme New Game Plus, it's not going to be a massive difference. And if you come into your records, you can actually view a lot of the different requirements and whatnot actually in the game now. So if you come into records titles, you can actually find out what you need for Extreme. So that's what you need to make sure you adhere to, guys. Do not obviously fail any of them. So no continues, no alerts, no humans killed, serious injuries 20 or less, 5 life bars or less in terms of total damage taken. Do not use any life medicine, do not use any special items, and complete it in under 5 hours. Save limit does not matter now. You can save it as many times as you like. In the original, you had to save it 25 times or less in order to get Foxhound. It doesn't matter now. And now I'm just going through my settings. Of course, pick what settings work for you. And we're going to be doing this on new style. There are a few mechanics which don't quite work on new style. The same on Legacy. So on Legacy, you can still tilt left and right when you're aiming, from cover, and there's no bullet drop. But on the new style, there's bullet drop when you're shooting the Mark 22. Yeah, for some reason they put bullet drop only on the Mark 22 weapon. I guess just to make it a little bit harder, because modernized controls do make things a bit easier, and I've kind of done that to counter it in a way. And when you come into your question, when you start a new game, pick I like everything in the Metal Gear Solid series. Very important. If you pick a New Game Plus, don't really matter. But yes, on new game, pick the bottom option. I like everything in the Metal Gear Solid series. That's because we want to start with the grenade camo. Very important. Playstyle, new, of course. Difficulty, extreme. And then I'm going to choose high tips. It's up to you if you want to hide them or not. You get a trophy first. Yeah, cutscenes do count, but pausing the game stops the timer. Yeah, cutscenes still count towards the timer. Pausing the game stops it, but the inventory keeps it running. So if you want to watch the video, when you're watching it, guys, pause the game. And there's autosaves on every room on Extreme. So if you do want to watch cutscenes because you try and follow me on your first playthrough, what I advise is save your game at the start of every room. Yeah, every room we go into, every area, where it's like a brief loading screen. Save your game, go into the next one, save your game. Then if you watch your cutscene, watch it, and then reload the save afterwards, guys, and just go through it again and then skip the cutscene on the next view. That way you're not going to carry the time. Okay, so once we begin, yeah, go beneath this log behind you to the north, guys, climb up the tree in the middle and go across a branch and drop off to get your backpack. Yeah, a lot of these strategies going to be using, they're very kind of dependent on timing and whatnot. So be very, very careful with your timing, guys, in areas. If your timing is a bit off, you might find enemies facing in a different direction or in a different spot, and some of it might not work. So just keep that in mind. You can always reload saves if you need to retry something. And when you close a game, if you close it too long, by the way, it can make your food go bad. So what you might want to do, if you close a game for a long time, when you load it back up within a day or so afterwards, change your clock back manually to what a time was when the last save was made. That way, nothing will be affected. Okay, so after that cutscene, going to shoot your first Kerotan and your first Gecko. Yeah, you get them 2 trophies, Prince Charming. Yeah, these first 2 are together, so there's no collectibles in this one. So Ugly Duckling and Prince Charming. So shoot that first Kerotan and the first Gecko, guys. and then come at it. Yeah, be very careful with your ammo. Even on New Game Plus Extreme, you still got normal ammo. You can't use Infinite Bandana, of course. That's what I mean. New Game Plus Extreme isn't a massive difference, especially not when you've optimised your strategies. So go right, roll across a crocodile. Yeah, roll across them, and do not stay in the swamp for too long. You'll get leeches on you, and they count as a serious injury. So that's your Gecko. That Gecko in between the tree on the small island. Shoot that Gecko. That should be number 2. And the Kerotan is just over here. Yeah, make sure you try to roll across the swamp, guys, just so you're not standing in it for too long. And there's Kerotan, guys, just on the rocks on the right. That's it. If you press the pause button, you can see on the screen how many you got so far. And if you go on your records and titles, you can check your stats so far. So just keep an eye on that, guys. Make sure you have not got any alerts or anything like that. So in this next area, yeah, so after the cutscene, yeah, you have the codec call as well. Yeah, so you want to equip your best camo and start crawling forwards. Yeah, equip your best camo. Sometimes, by the way, the best one will not show up. You have to actually go into camouflage on the inventory screen. Yeah, because that quick stop, it only shows like last like 8 or 10 camos. And when you get a lot, it's hard to tell. So yeah, crawl over to him. Make sure you got your best camo index equipped. And once you see some of the exclamation mark, then you want to shoot him in the headshot. Then you can quickly run over to this guy. Quickly CQC slam him. Just run up to him, hold R2, just make sure you're almost directly behind him when you're trying to get up to him, guys, because if you're slightly to right or left, they might spot you. So this guy next, remember timing is very important. And now stick to the right and then knock out this final enemy. Again, I'm going to run behind him, hold R2 when you get close. You have to be quick. If you're a bit too long, they will turn and spot you. So that's all the enemies. So now I'm going to shoot that Kerotan, and then the Gecko is back over here. So 4 enemies in total. The first one we tranked him by shooting him in the head. Yes, this is what I mean. Even on new game, still quite easy if you've kind of optimized strategy. So shoot that Gecko and then go into the next area. You know, I didn't even have to really use any super broken ammo to get through there without getting spotted. Right, in this next area, yeah, it's going to shoot down that hornet's nest first. That's it. Just wait a moment for the bees to start annoying the enemy. Get that trophy there, beekeeper. Once he runs away, shoot down the fruit. That's it. Then you're going to drop down. Now, do not forget to shoot the Kerotan on top of the bridge post. I almost forgot. Yeah, and do not go forward too quick, so your enemies on the far side might spot you. And when he runs away, scared by the bees, he makes all the other enemies follow him, and they run out of the area. So no enemies now. Yeah, shoot that Kerotan on that bridge support. I almost forgot to do this one. So I'll just come back, give you a better vantage point. Yeah, there it is. So shoot that Kerotan, guys. That's it. And by the way, when you shoot the collectibles, they remain saved now on your profile save, which is really good. Yeah, they remain saved on your profile save. So even if you reload without shooting it, it will still count as being hit. And there's the Gecko, guys. Straight ahead when you cross the bridge. And foods as well. You still have to get every food, but now you also have to eat every food at least once. But similar to the Geckos and Kerotans, so once you eat it one time, even if you reload, it will save as being eaten on your profile. Yes, keep that in mind, guys. You have to find every food, but also you have to eat it at least once. Right, so in this next area, Rasvet. So equip your best camo. That's it. Remain crouched and now follow the left wall and just carry on to the northwest corner. Like I say, equip your best ammo for this area and then follow the left wall to the northwest. Once you reach this final bit of grass, crawl, and then keep crawling to the far corner. The enemies will go back to the grass to investigate where you went from a crouch to a crawl. And then follow the outer wall around this gap here. Crawl through it, guys, and then you can crouch and then run to the end. Climb up behind the enemy and run to the door for a cutscene. Yeah, so I didn't need any New Game Plus ammo and still got through there without getting spotted. Really quick. That's it. Just approach that door, guys, and that trigger a cutscene. Now, this trophy coming up, you have to kill an enemy. So you've got to make sure after you do this, if you do continue, just make sure you reload the save afterwards. Make sure you do not continue. Yeah, never choose continue, guys, if you mess anything up. If you choose continue, then it will carry across any like kills or deaths, anything like that. You always want to reload a save. So I'm just going to make my first manual save here. Once you make your first manual save, you'll get a trophy. There we go, Cinephile or Cinephile. however you pronounce that one. Right, now we're going to equip the knife and we're going to slash Ocelot to death. That's it, slash them up into a few pieces, shred him, and get that trophy, Time Paradox. So I'm just going to exit, then I'm going to reload my save. You can either continue and then reload it, it's up to you. I'm just going to exit and then reload. That's it. And if you ever think you did mess up, as I said earlier, always go into your records and titles and just double check, because you can check your current records and it will tell you like your current time, how many kills, how many alerts, you know, things like that. Remember, you can see the requirements for extreme rank by going into titles and it will show all the requirements there. There you go, just checked, it's all good. Right, so now we're going to come across here. We're going to shoot this Gecko. There it is, just on that shelf. That's it. And then come in here, past these enemies which are all knocked out. And the Kerotan is through that hole in the wall. Shoot that next. And before we leave this area, just make sure you eat them 2 foods we got. So we're going to lose them in a second. So open your inventory, go into food, eat the hornet's nest, and the Yabloko Moloko. Yeah, so eat them 2 foods. So that's that fruit done, and the hornet's nest. We want to get another hornet's nest later to lob at the Pain to get his special hornet's nest. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, of course. Right, so carry on. Be a bunch of cutscenes now. That's kind of the first part of the game done, the Virtuous Mission. Next up will be where things really heat up. Yeah, Snake Eater. Right, so once you get control back, you'll have a lot of serious injuries. Yeah, so to cure these, yes, to cure the cuts, you need to use Disinfect, Styptic, Bandage, and such a kit on each. And for the broken bones, you have to use a splint and a bandage. So I'll say again, guys, for the cuts, use Disinfect, Styptic, Bandage, and such a kit on each. And for the broken bones, splint and bandage. That's it. Once you've fully cured yourself, more cutscenes will follow. Yeah, so Operation Snake Eater next. So now we have a weapon, but you'll be losing it a bit later. But grenade camo comes in really useful because it gives you unlimited grenades as long as it's equipped. Yeah, keep that in mind. Whenever you're using grenades, guys, try to equip the grenade camo. So I might forget to tell you sometimes, so just remember, whenever you're using grenades, equip the grenade camo, unless of course I tell you otherwise. It gives you unlimited grenades, which is probably one of the best starting camos you can get on New Game. Okay, so I'm going to unequip the directional mic and the binoculars, because the more you have actually equipped, the more weight, the quicker your stamina drains. And now grab that mushroom behind you. So that's the Siberian ink cap. Grab the reticulated python in the grass nearby. Grab the splint flower on the floor and the styptic on the floor as well, beside the tree. Yeah, that's a splint and that's a styptic. So like I say, make sure you get that R mushroom C, which is the Siberian ink cap, and also get the R snake H, which is the reticulated python, and also get the 2 plants, the splint and the styptic. Coming here next, equip your weapon and shoot that Kerotan amongst these broken trees, and also the Gecko. That's it. Once you've done them, then I'm going to get some on these trees nearby. So I'm just going to waste my clip fully to reload and get a magazine in my inventory. Yeah, so keep that mushroom on that tree. You'll get the R mushroom G, which is the Bakel scaly tooth, and also attack the mushroom on that fallen log to get the R mushroom A Russian oyster. Also, you'll get the antidote from one of them, and there's 2 more plants. You'll get Disinfect and also the CMed 1 cold medicine. Right, in this next area, get your weapon ready, and there'll be a green snake hanging from the tree. We want to shoot this one down. Do not go too far forward, those a cutscene will trigger. Shoot it down. Now waste all your bullets. You get a few more magazines in your inventory. Yeah, shoot down the snake first. Grab the R snake F. Yes, which is the green tree python. Yeah, I try to space out all these things we're catching, because later on you can only have so much inventory space, and we don't just want to get loads of food now and just discard it all, you know, to make more space. So we're going to try to gradually get food as we go through the game, guys. Now, straight after you get control back after them cutscenes, spin around and go back through the southwest exit. Some enemies will be quickly coming towards your location, so do not hang around for too long. Spin around and go back into a swampland. Now in the swampland, we don't have a weapon now, so we want to equip the grenade camo, guys. There's no enemies near, so don't worry about your camo index. Yeah, equip the grenades. Now we're going to throw grenades at collectibles in order to obtain them, because that works. Right, going to roll across there just so I'm not standing in the swamp for too long. Come around this corner on the right, and this will be your Kerotan. You can either lob a grenade at it, the grenade has to hit it unless it's an explosive grenade, or you can just punch it by going into first person mode. Just keep punching and you'll eventually do a kick. There you go, so that's a Kerotan. Now roll across to the centre island, and then roll across to the far side, and there's a Gecko, so I'm going to hit it with a grenade directly. Yeah, make sure you hit it. There you go, that's the Gecko done. Of course we've got limited grenades because we've got the grenade camo equipped. Roll across a crocodile and then go back into the first area. Yeah, because we're now in Operation Snake Eater, a load of new collectibles have appeared in these areas we've already been through. This is just how the game works. Yeah, once you complete Virtuous Mission, it kind of all out resets and gets changed slightly in terms of collectible placement and such. Right, once back in here, come at this hill slightly in front and kick this first snake here. Yeah, this is the R Snake G Giant Anaconda. Yeah, I don't know why I gave him two names. I was hoping they're going to get rid of this two named thing, but no. The item still says one name, but then when you click it, it changes name. I was hoping they'd change the names to just one, but they haven't. It's still the same complicated thing. So there's the Kerotan. Lob grenade at it. That's it. Grab a chaff grenade nearby. Very important. You do need them chaff grenades. Basically anything I mentioned you need to collect. So lob a grenade at the Kerotan on there. Grab a chaff grenade. Come over here. And there's the Gecko. Again, make sure you hit it with a grenade. There you go. Once you've got the Gecko, you want to equip your knife and you want to kill this goat. Don't have a choice anyway because you don't have the Mark 22 at the moment. Yep, so knife the goat to death. He'll drop 2 foods, 2 Markor. That's it, grab them 2. That's it, the rabbit next. There'll be a snake here as well. Be careful with the snakes, it can poison you, so quickly knock it out. It's normally moving around this grass. So grab a snake, R Snake A, which is the King Cobra and also the rabbit, your European rabbit. Grab the normal grenades there. That's it, and that's all you want. Now go back to the swampland and then back to the earlier area you got control back after the cutscenes. So basically go back 2 screens. Yeah, chaff grenades by the way. So if you're trying to lob grenades and there's enemies in this area, the grenades will kind of alert them. Not trigger an alert, but obviously they'll hear something, they'll come to investigate. But chaff grenades are silent. If you lob a chaff grenade, it will not make any noise. So if you're trying to lob it at something, but you don't want to alert enemies, use a chaff grenade. That's what we're going to be using in this next area. So back here, again, roll across the alligator, roll across to the middle island, and then roll across to the next one. So this next area, we'll have a bunch of enemies again, but we're only going to knock out one enemy. We're going to get 2 collectibles, knock out an enemy, and then quickly run past the rest without triggering them, because there's no need. So when you first come in, remember, use chaff grenades because they're silent, and make sure you got that grenade camo equipped. Remember, always equip the grenade camo when you're using grenades, unless I advise otherwise. So there's your first Gecko. Lob it. Yeah, chaff grenade, remember, that's it. Now come up here. Remember, timing's very important. Now as you come around here, go right. Now that enemy should be walking towards that big tree that you can climb. So keep right so you can get behind him. Remember, you get too close to the side of him, he might spot you. That's it. Knock him out, CQC slam. Climb up this tree. Then once you're on the branch, turn around and you see the Kerotan on the nearby kind of rocks, the hill. And again, you're going to lob a chaff grenade at it. There you go. That's it. And then run forward, so you jump off the branch automatically. Yeah, run forward, you'll get off quicker. Now come around here, make sure you got a good camo index now, because you're going to be running past some enemies. So there's an enemy there on the right, and then we're just going to run past this tree, guys, and up to the north exit. Yeah, just keep an eye on your camo, because sometimes you'll be just running over like a small patch of like dark ground or something, and it might upset your camo index. So just keep an eye on your camo index. If it looks like you're in a different kind of terrain, always change it. So it's quite important. Right in here, yeah, make sure you got a good camo index. and then quickly run around here. That's it. Slide down beyond these enemies. Do not get too close. Normally, if you're within about 10 meters, they'll hear something. Just stay away. And when you go across this bridge, stay in the middle. If you're too far left or too far right, you'll fall off a sight. If that happens, just reload and try again. Straight across the bridge. Drop off here. Press circle. Then when you press circle, quickly spam X and you'll grab the ledge below when you drop to it. That's it. Press circle and spam X, grab this one below. Grab these 3 items. You got live medicine. Remember, do not use live medicine. Do not use them. So avoid Foxhound. Yeah, live medicine, uniform, raindrop, camouflage, and smoke grenades. Now, shimmy along the wall, and then so you can see some of this enemy when he turns around. Do not hang off a ledge and go across, because it ruins your camo index. Shimmy across the wall at that point, and then come around here. I forgot to do it here, but equip your grenade camo, guys, and try to be quick. So guys on the back on the other side might spot something. So yes, remember to equip your grenade camo, use chaff grenades, and get that Kerotan and the Gakko on the sill. The Kerotan and the Gakko, that's it. Use chaff grenades. Once you've got them both, go into the next area. That's it, into Rasvets. There should be a last area. Once this area's done, we'll go into the next one, guys, and make a save, and that'll be part 1 done. Yeah, it'll be 7 videos in total. It's not going to be long, about 3.5 hours will be platinum. Similar to the one I did for Master Collection. Right, so we're going to come up here. We're going to get the AK-47. Now we're going to use that to shoot some collectibles. So get the AK-47. That's it. And the Kerotan will be underneath the stairs. So I'm just going to equip that. Now the AK is quite heavy. So once we've used it here, we're going to unequip it. So like I say, it will make your stamina drain faster due to having more weight. Yeah, there's the Kerotan. Shoot that. And then shoot the Gakko up there on top of that building. That's it, and that's a Gakko. That's it. Now you can unequip the AK, guys, like I say, because it will drain your stamina a bit quicker. Right, up here, grab this cardboard box. You might see me grabbing weapons we don't really need. Because I've kind of adapted my old guide a little bit, I'm changing things up, but I've left most weapons in here. So grab a mine detector, come through here. Now before you go back through the door, make sure you grab a thermal goggles from its locker. That's it, grab my thermal goggles, they're going to come in very useful throughout the game. That's it, come back in here, trigger a cutscene. Right, this next bits, you need to follow me very closely, make a save if you want to. Right, so as soon as you get control back, and this control does get take a bit getting used to. So equip your Mark 22 and your M19. You want to hold L2 to draw your weapon. Yeah, the Mark 22 we're going to be using. We want to trank the enemies. Remember, we cannot kill any humans. You can kill dogs and other animals, just not humans. So hold L2 with a Mark 22. Press R1, go into first person, then hold R3 to go into your tiptoes. And then you can just see an enemy. Do not move. You can see this enemy just from where you spawn. That's it. Shoot him in the head, guys, to knock him out. Do not take too long. If you mess it up, you can actually try to shoot him later when we go underneath this room in a second. Or you can just reload, try again. Now come under the bed, equip your grenade camo and the stun grenades. That's it. You're going to lob 2 grenades in here. Do not lob more than 2. Lob only 2. If you lob 3, the enemies will be alerted. I don't know why, but 3 grenades in quick succession will alert all the enemies. Just lob 2. That's it. I normally lob 1 close, just in the doorway. Lob 1 close and then 1 far. That's it. 2 grenades like that once you kick the door down. Then you drop down here underneath, and then I knock out that enemy next. And that first enemy I mentioned, so you can also knock him out down here. That's what I say. If you can't manage to hit him through that window at the start, do it down here. You can do them both. I try to get him, before the other enemies come into rooms. It normally takes him like a minute or 2. And when you shoot him through this light metal grate, try not to shoot the bits of metal because it will deflect your bullets. I don't think it did in the original, but it does in this one. Yeah, so there you go. Nice, easy headshot. You remember, the Mark 22 on new style has bullet drop, so you kind of got to make sure you're close to make sure your bullets are effective. Now we're going to crawl over to this opening. And you see an enemy in the southeast corner. I'm just going to get to the opening. Then I'm going to try to headshot him twice. Now that bullet would have dropped, probably hit him in the chest. But just shoot him, aim at the head twice and shoot. That'll be 2 shots to the chest and that will knock him out after about 5 seconds. That's it. And then come to this wall in the corner. Bang on it like that to get the attention of the enemy on the roof. Then you want to come to this window and you want to stand on your tiptoes And when it comes to the end here, you're going to knock him out, guys. It's very, very tricky knocking this guy out on new style, especially with the bullet drop as well. Because on my old guy, we used to lean out to the side, but you can't now on new style. So I can do that one. That's it. Just getting through the window. When he comes to the corner, like I say, make sure you're in tiptoe so he don't spot you. That's it. Now make your way back west, but keep to the right as you do so. Otherwise, the far northwest enemy might spot you or spot something. Yeah, keep to the right. Obviously, change your camera a bit. Make your way towards that opening we came in earlier. Now you want to go into prone here and knock out that enemy through that little gap. There you go. Just knock him out. Now it's one more left. Now this enemy, the enemy's a little bit more alert now, so if you get too close they can spot you quickly. So you're going to hold L1 to go into stalking mode when you get close. That's it, like this. When you get within about 10 steps, hold L1 and as you can see Sam in from behind, guys, and that's it. That's all the enemies knocked out on new game without too much trouble. The worst enemy was probably that one on the roof. That took me ages to figure out. I tried a lot of different things. Yeah, but in the end, it just seemed easier to knock on the wall and shoot him through that window. Yeah, that just seemed to be the easier way. And then once you're all knocked out, try to exit. There'll be a cutscene. You'll resume control back there, guys. And then before we leave this area, we just want to grab a zombie camo. Yeah, zombie camo just around the back of this building. There we go. Go to the next area, we'll make a save, and that'll be it for part 1. So what I'm going to do between episodes, I'm just going to show you my records so you can see all my current statistics, so you can kind of check that with your own, see if we're kind of on track, you know, with the guide and stuff. So yes, here we are. So I'm going to make a save. That's part 1 done. And then I'll show you my records, and then that'll be it, guys, until part 2 tomorrow. Yeah, 7 videos, not going to take long, like a week, and this will be finished. And I'll put all of them into one and make one complete video as well. So there you go, that's my records now, guys. Saves don't matter, remember, but continues alert. Basically everything else does, just not your saves. So that'll be it for part 1. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on part 2 tomorrow. Hey, welcome back to part 2, guys, of my extreme 100% walkthrough for Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. We're doing this on a new game, of course, and keep up with me. There's a lot to mention, of course, lots of things to collect. Bear with me, and if you do miss anything I say, text guide is there if you need to refer to that. So first of all, come along here, go left, and shoot a snake in the grass for the Mark 22. We want to catch that alive, so make sure you trank it. Yeah, that snake in the grass. Shoot down the fruit in the tree. Yep, you'll get that for capturing the first animal alive. Shoot down the fruit in the tree, that'll be a Gulliver. And also kill the snake a bit further down near the coast, that'll be a milk snake. So you caught the coral snake alive, but you shot down the Gulliver with your M19 and also killed the milk snake and caught that next. Next up, come in this water nearby, shoot any 2 frogs you see. One of them should be a frog B, the tree frog, and the orange one will be frog C, the poison dart frog. Capture them next. You might get a different type of frog, don't worry, there's lots of frogs along here. So once I've caught them 2, I normally come along here to the end, take out the crocodile, and also kill 1 more frog. We want to get the R frog A next, the autumn frog, or whatever one you're missing. Yeah, there's a frog A, frog B, and frog C. Tree frog, poison dart frog, and autumn frog. Make sure you have all 3. And the poison dart frog, keep it until later. Never eat that. Never eat the poison dart frog. And if you ever need to free up space for more food, eat your oldest food first, and also your smallest food, the one which is going to give you the least stamina bonus or recovery. Yes, eat your oldest food first, and the one which is the worst type. Yeah, food does eventually go bad at time. It's not connected to the external clock, like I might have mentioned before. Yes, actually connected to the internal clock in terms of food going bad. So if you leave the game for too many days, you'll come back and food will be rotten and nothing you can do. That's why you always want to try and eat your oldest food first, guys, to keep it cycling. So you've always kind of got like fresh food. So once you've got the 3 frogs, you got the 2 snakes, you got a fruit, and you got a crocodile. Of course, make sure you grab a fruit. You have to catch a food, but you also have to eat at least 1 time. So always keep that in mind. Never discard any food, guys, unless you've eaten it once already. So next up, we're going to come along here. Yes, in the northeast corner, there'll be some chaff grenades and a uniform. Yes, grab that Gakko uniform. Yeah, that uniform is the Gakko. Make sure you grab that one. And if you get any leeches on you, guys, when you're in the swamp, do not get them off you yet, because if you do, they're just going to come back. So leave any leeches on you for the time being. Come over here to this tree, Yeah, shoot that Gecko on the tree branch, and the same tree, dive in the water, and the Kerotan will be at the bottom of the tree on the left in the water. So yes, get the Gecko on the tree branch, get the Kerotan on the bottom of the tree in the water on the left. Come up here next, grab the stun grenade ammo and the M19 ammo. Yes, so M19 ammo and the stun grenades. Come back over here to the small island. Approach the tripwire, you'll get a codec call. And make sure you roll over that tripwire, guys. You can either shoot them in the middle or roll over them like so. That's it. And now we're not going back in the swamp, we're now going to get rid of the leeches. So to get rid of the leeches, use a cigar to get rid of them. And a leech does count as a serious injury, by the way. You can see there, serious injuries 3 times. There's not really much you can do unless you've got a costume, which makes it so they don't attach to you. But we don't have that at the moment. So yeah, 3 injuries. So that's why you always want to leave them on you. Because if you get rid of them and go back in the swamp, you'll get more. But you can only have 2 or 3 on you at once. So that's why you leave them on your body until you're finished. And then get rid of them all. So you don't get more afterwards. Right, so in this next area, you want thermal goggles. Of course, which will be camo as well, guys, to make sure you don't get spied. Yes, the thermal goggles, you can see these claymores. So keep to the left and you should avoid him. Yeah, see those claymores? Keep left and you should avoid him. Now, dogs, kill them with the M19. Yes, dogs you can kill. It's okay, guys. These were okay to kill in the original and they're okay to kill now. If you look on your records, it does not say anything about them being dead. It's only humans killed, remember. So once you kill them 2 dogs, come further along here. Kill that Gecko in this climbable tree. It's in one of the upper branches, as you just saw. Yeah, shoot that Gecko. Climb a tree next, guys. Go across the branch and then fall down across the fence. You can get into this by crawling through the fence, further down the middle. But because we come to get a Gecko, I just climbed it here. So you can see there, humans killed, still on 0. Dogs do not count. I'm surprised, there's normally always people that complain about dogs. I'm surprised they didn't make it so you can't kill them. But it's only a video game, remember. No real dogs are harmed in the making of this. Right, so you want to crawl down it because there's normally an enemy around the corner. When you do drop off that tree, just be careful because sometimes he might be walking up. He might have heard something when you shot the dogs and he might be a bit further ahead. So just make sure you're ready, crouched so you can get close enough to him. Sorry, not crouched, crawling so you can get close enough to headshot him easily with the Mark 22. And with the Mark 22, by the way, if you're in first person, I don't think it bullet drops as much. Yeah, in first person mode, I don't think the bullets drop as much as what I do when you just like free aiming. So keep that in mind. And this enemy next, he might be here, he might not. But if he is, get ready to take him out. So of course, I'm letting him get a bit closer, just so my bullet don't drop as much. That's it. When you're taking him out, climb up here next. Like I say, that enemy might not be there. He might be further along shortly, near these other 2 enemies coming up. So if he's not there, don't worry, just continue what I'm doing. Come up here, shimmy it along this edge because it's going to take you to some camo. Some of these camos do spawn later in the game, by the way. But this one, for example, I want to get this one because it's good in a building coming up before it shows up again. So yeah, get that splitted camo, come down here, make sure you crawl because if not, an enemy the other side of the fence might almost see you like he did me then. So make sure you crawl. That's it, shoot the Kerotan. And then you're going to knock out these 2 enemies. So that second enemy I shot in this area, ignore the dogs, the second human I shot, he might be up here somewhere near these 2. So just keep an eye out. If that guy wasn't there before I got a split camo, he might be around here. That's it. Once taken out all the enemies on this side of the fence, go through the fence. And on this side there'll be 1 enemy and a dog. The enemy is normally on the right, patrolling on the far right here. So make sure you look out for him. There you go. And the dog is on the far left. You don't have to knock out these 2, I guess, but I just like to get them out of the way because it's quite an open area. I don't want to get spied. Yeah, and shoot the dog next with your M19. Of course, you kill him. Grab the chocolate chip ammo in the in that hollow tree there, guys. Yeah, don't eat it. Grab it in the hollow tree there. I'm going to go into the next area. That's it. That's this one done. I just unequip the thermal goggles so it doesn't drain my stamina faster. So once in past base, come around this first guard you see. Then you want to equip that snake we captured alive. You remember the coral snake? Yeah, go into your weapons and equip it. Yeah, that one, the coral snake. That one we captured alive. Go around this enemy and throw it at him. That's it, you'll get a trophy. There you go, taste the poison. Throw a poisonous creature at an enemy. Now once you've done so, you're going to reload that save, guys. So you get the snake back. That's it. Yes, make sure you reload the snake. The snake might kill him as well. That's it. And that trophy I just got then for getting 90% camo. Don't worry about that. We'll get it later anyway. I'm surprised I got it there. So I'm going to knock out that first enemy after reloading the safe. Going to come down here into this little trench. Grab the snow camo. Yeah, get a snow camo and then climb back up here. Yeah, make sure you still get a coal snake. So of course we've got to eat it later. Come around here to this building. Now you're going to shoot this enemy through the window. You couldn't do this in original. It always like caused an alert, but it works in this one. So yeah, shoot him through the glass. Of course, make sure he's looking away. Remember, timing is important. Climb up the ladder. Quickly grab that water camo. Gonna need that a bit later near the end of this video. Grab the water camo, come back along here, roll off the roof and come into this building. Crawl beneath the beds. Yes, beneath these you'll find some Mark 22 ammo and a mouse trap, which you're going to need for later. And then over here, shoot the Kerotan underneath the chair. And also grab that suppressor for the M19. Yes, make sure you grab that suppressor for the M19 just near that window. Right, next up, come out here. By the time you come out, he should be just walking that way. Knock him out and then run over here to the ammunitions building. We're going to have to blow this up for a trophy. And the Gecko is just on the corner of this building. There it is. So shoot that Gecko. Remember, time is important. That's why I knew I could run and not get spotted there. Come here, grab all the goodies in this room. You'll find TNT as well. Now you're going to put a TNT on the wall here. Put a TNT on the wall, but do not blow it up yet. There's a trophy for doing this, so put a TNT there. Of course, no enemies are nearby, so we don't have to worry about killing anybody. So once TNT is placed, come down here, and there'll be one enemy just outside this building. That's it, knock him out. And then I'm going to crawl to the exit. Now, just as the screen gets smaller when it shrinks, you're going to blow up the TNT, guys, and then equip the grenade ammo, equip stun grenades, and the Mark 22, so you need that for the upcoming boss, and then quickly go into the next area. Just careful you don't do this too early, because there's another guy just to the left. You don't want him to spot you. So yes, use that TNT, blow it up, you'll get a trophy just because. If this triggered an alert, reload your save. But it shouldn't have done so. It should have just triggered a caution, which is okay. But yeah, if you triggered an alert by mistake when you triggered that TNT, reload the save. And just do it without the TNT, because you only wanted the trophy. Once you've got the trophy, no need to blow that up anymore. Right, so in here, what we're going to do first is get the collectibles. So the Gecko is over here. It's very, very hard to see. So just on the left there he is, that Gecko. See it? Get that Gecko, and then get the Kerotan over here in the grass. Again, quite hard to see, but not as bad as that Gecko. So shoot that. Yeah, you might want to equip the M19 so it doesn't have any bullet drop. Just a Mark 22S bullet drop. That's it. Once you've got the Gecko and the Kerotan, reload the save, guys. That's it. Get all your bullets back. And health and whatnot. Yeah, reload the save. Right, let's do the boss fight. So first, lob a stun grenade. Make sure you got a grenade camo on so they're infinite. Once you lob the stun grenade and he's stunned, come around here, shoot down that beehive. We want to capture this. Shoot down the beehive, but don't get it yet so bees will get you. Then turn around and shoot down the beehive above Ocelot. Now, by the time you've done that, the bees should have gone away. Come around here, grab the M19 ammo, and also grab the hornet's nest you just shot down. And they're going to defeat Ocelot. Yeah, sorry, that's Mark 22 ammo, not M19. Grab the Mark 22 ammo and the hornet's nest, and then defeat Ocelot. So it's very easy to beat in this remake. So what you want to do is lob a stun grenade, headshot him with the Mark 22, stun grenade, headshot him with Mark 22. Just repeat that. Very easy to do, guys. When you are lobbing a stun grenade, try to turn away from it so don't stun you for as long. Otherwise, your screen will be white for ages. Just like that. Yeah, so stun grenade, headshot. Stun grenade, headshot. That's all you need to do. It really easy fight in the remake. Yeah, this is one of the fights which is actually easier, I think. Right, so once in the caves, I've turned my brightness up by the way to make this a bit easier to see. Straight in front of you should be the animal uniform, which drops when you defeat Ocelot by knocking him out. Yeah, grab the animal uniform in front of you when you spawn in the cave. Do not forget that animal uniform. Right, so next up, you're going to go right and then go left. And once you reach this waterfalls, shoot down that Gecko in between him on the top ledge. Yeah, that Gecko. Yeah, like I say, I've increased the brightness here on my video. So it's probably going to be brighter for me than what it is for you. Then I follow this path. Come through this little crawl space. I shoot a rat here. Yeah, capture a rat finally. There you go, so that's a rat captured. keep going through, and we're going to use the thermal goggles in a second. See the bats on the ceiling. We want to shoot a bat to capture one. You do get given one later, but we want to capture this one. Just doing it now, get it out of the way, and we can eat it as well a bit later. Yeah, so shoot down a bat on the ceiling. That's it. Get the bat food, and then go through its next crawl space. I should probably put my compass on here so you can tell where I'm going. Yeah, so we will be getting the night vision goggles soon, which do actually make it quite easy to see around these dark caves. So in this room, avoid going down the hole yet. Yes, do not go down the hole. Grab the night vision goggles at the back and shoot that Kerotan. Yeah, shoot that Kerotan on the back. So we've got Kerotan and the Gecko. We've got night vision goggles. Drop down here, guys, to get a ration. Should be a ration right in the middle of this like little circular bit of water you drop into. Right, I'm just going to look at the map to get my bearings. I'm almost always facing the wrong direction, so I need to turn around. You need to go southwest to get out of this cave. Now, when you dive, you might want to make sure your stamina is full, because you have more oxygen then. You only have as much oxygen dependent on how much stamina you have. So the more stamina, the more oxygen. You'll survive in water for longer. So yeah, you might want to eat some food, guys, before you dive. That's it. Then when you come along here, go left, and it's going to take us back to where we started. Yep, get rid of them thermal goggles now. Yeah, I'll take you back to where you started. I'm just going to eat some, refill my stamina. So I've got 3 of them crocodiles, so I can eat one of them maybe, and just eat some small food like a rat, the bat, for example. But remember, do not eat the poison dart frog. We want it for a boss later. And the rations, by the way. So the rations do not go bad. Yeah, the rations do not go bad. The calorie mates do not go bad. The noodles don't go bad either. So then they're ones you want to save until the very last. They never go bad. So yeah, the rations, save them until last, because you'd never have to worry about leaving the game for too long. Coming back, they will always be good. Yep, and of course we've got that hornet's nest. That hornet's nest where we got from the Ocelot boss area. You need that for this upcoming boss. So make sure you do definitely have that hornet's nest. Right, come along this cave next, this crawl space, shoot that snake. That will be, so our snake B, and that's the Taiwanese cobra. So make sure you get that cobra. It actually brings you out near this gecko, but on the top of them waterfalls. So from here, follow the path. You come up here to a skeleton, an explorer. He died, passed away. Yeah, so grab the Mark 22 ammo, grab the bug juice. That's it, and come here into the next area. Yeah, so make sure you get that Mark 22 ammo, guys. You might need it for the upcoming boss. Yes, upcoming boss fight. It's just as bad as the original. It might be a little bit easier, you know, because controls are a bit better. But it's still quite awkward to do. You still have to learn the fight quite well. So yeah, it's going to go right when we begin in this room. Grab the M37. Grab the Mark 22 ammo if you need it. And then once you've got them, the Mark 37, of course, and the ammo, come for this next crawl space. Yeah, come along here, and we're going to get another snow uniform. So that's no camo we got earlier. That's actually a face paint. Now we're going to actually get a snow uniform. So yeah, that snow one we got earlier on was the face paint in that trench. And that's the snow uniform. So make sure you get that camo. Then carry on through the next crawl space. Then when you get to the end, guys, it's going to go right, and it's going to trigger the next boss fight. But for this next boss fight, you might want to get ready. We're going to be using the Mark 22 and smoke grenades for this boss fight. So you also want to have the grenade camo equipped. We're going to have to lob the hornet's nest at him, because when you lob a hornet's nest at this boss, he'll look at it for a few seconds and it will turn into the pain hornet's nest. And you actually need that you need that food for the trophy. You didn't need it in the original, but you need it in this one. Yeah, so I want smoke grenades and yeah, so hornet's nest. I'm going to equip that so I can lob it at him. Yeah, smoke grenades, Mark 22, hornet's nest, and the grenade camo. That's it. So the things going to be using first are smoke grenades and the hornet's nest. So come up here, guys, get ready for a boss fight. Yeah, one of them more annoying bosses. So straight away after the cutscene, I'm going to save the game. Yeah, save the game after this cutscene, just in case you do make any mistakes.
Good luck. Thanks.
So with this boss, you have to be quite adaptive. You can't. There's not like a strategy that makes him really easy. So what I do first is I lob a smoke grenade. You need to make sure smoke grenades kind of land near him, otherwise it won't work. Smoke grenades, they stop the green flies that he throws. And then once I lob smoke grenade, lob hornet's nest beside him. It should land beside him. If it falls in the water, reload is safe. Lob it beside him, and that's all we need to do. It will stay there until the end of the fight, and it will be changed into the pain hornet's nest. Right, what I do then, I jump into the water. I come over to this island. I like this island because a Mark 22 ammo spawns on this island, and it will kind of spawn every kind of like 30 seconds or so once you collected it. So yeah, ammo on this island. Then all we're going to do is lob smoke grenade, headshot him, smoke grenade, headshot him. Just keep doing that. Unequip your suppressor so you don't waste it. I should have mentioned this for the Ocelot fight, but yeah, do not use suppressors for boss fights unless of course you can remain in stealth. This one we can't, not with this strategy anyway. So yes, take off your suppressor so you don't waste it. So yeah, smoke grenades, headshot him until the bees go back on him. Yeah, that hornet shield he gets, the smoke grenade will knock it off, as you can see. So use the smoke grenade to knock off the shield, and then you headshot him until the shield comes back, and then go back to lobbing smoke grenade. And then while doing all that, like I say, you need to be kind of like proactive and dodge all of his attacks. So with that strategy out of the way, now I kind of mentioned how his attacks work. And by the way, when he reaches half HP, he enters his second phase. And his second phase, since it starts, he always sends the bullet beasts after you. These red beasts need to dive in the water straight away to avoid him. That's it. Just dive in the water, wait a few seconds, and they should go. And when diving in the water, if you stand near the edge and press triangle, you'll dive in the water and automatically dive down. Not just kind of like jump in and then you have to press circle to dive afterwards. Yeah. If you're near the edge of the platform or island and not moving and press triangle, yes, you'll dive in automatically and actually submerge yourself. But if you just roll off, you'll land on the surface and you have to press circle to dive. And to avoid his Tommy gun and the bullet beast, yeah, you have to be submerged. You have to be actually diving in the water and dive down deep when you're avoiding his Tommy gun, otherwise it'll hit you. And you can actually use this island to avoid most of his attacks, hide behind it. There's actually a little gap at the bottom. You can see what he's doing if he's using his Tommy gun. Look through a gap and see if he's still using it. Yeah, and like I say, if any attacks are coming, you need to always roll in the water to get away from them. If any grenades do get through, roll in the water and swim away. Yeah, if the bees do kind of bind you like this, rotate the sticks and spam the front buttons to get them off. If you don't, they'll just stay on you forever. And yes, so keep lobbing smoke grenades. So that's a Tommy gun. As soon as you see Tommy gun come in, get in the water as soon as you can, guys, and dive down any way you can, and then make your way back over to that small island. I did actually get a bit disorientated here. Yeah, I just don't know where I am at all. So you're going to see me open the map. Yeah, I don't know where I am. I don't know why. I've not had this happen for a long time. Normally I know where I am, but I just spun the camera around and I don't know where it's put me. So yeah, back up here and let's resume the fight. So I can see our slopes, I know where I am now. So yeah, just back to normal, guys. Smoke grenades, headshots until he gets a shield. Smoke grenade again. Yeah, smoke grenades, like I say, it's good. You want it to land near his feet. It will stop most of his attacks and it will knock the shield off him as well. That's it. Make sure you've got grenade camo so you've got infinite grenades. That's it. Get as many headshots as you can. When you're shooting, always go in first person so you've got less bullet drop. And also quickly switch weapon and switch back. And it'll rechamber the next round quicker and you can shoot him quicker as well. Yeah, so when you're shooting, always press right twice to quickly switch and switch back. And it'll reload the chamber quicker. So yes, that's how I look after that fight. So once beat him, yes, you get a trophy. Yes, you're going to come to the slope. We're going to go into the big island where the boss was. Yeah, sometimes, by the way, if the boss teleports, roll off a platform straight away. Yeah, if a boss teleports, roll off a platform straight away. Because he'll immediately teleport near you and it automatically damage you. Yeah, just reload it, guys, if you take too much damage. So on the island, you'll get the camo, hornet stripe camo, and also the pain hornet's nest. So make sure you get that pain hornet's nest, very important, and the camo. Now, Gecko is in that small hole over there. Just shoot that Gecko in that small hole, and then the Kerotan is in a hole almost directly above the middle island that you're on. So shoot the Kerotan, get the Gecko, guys, and that's all we need. Yeah, of course, the boss, you have to knock him out. We have to knock every enemy out, so you don't have a choice anyway. But a lot of these camos that come from bosses, they come from knocking out the boss. Yeah, if you actually kill a boss with live rounds, you know, deadly rounds, they don't drop the camo. But of course, you get that naturally during your extreme Foxhound rank. Right, I'm just going to save my game now, because you do not want to be doing that boss again if you do mess up. Yeah, there's a few more tips in the text guide. I've kind of explained it all because I can only remember so much when I'm recording and commentating. But yeah, I've put down more tips in the text guide. Right, so yes, in this next area, so you can come forward and to trigger a cutscene. So straight after the cutscene, we're going to shoot the fruit on the floor in front of you. That would be the Russian false mango. Yes, that yellow fruit there. That's it, Russian false mango, and you'll also get the digestive medicine. Carry on along the path after you've got that fruit, and then kill the next snake in the next open chamber. The first snake in front of you, the nearest one. Yeah, that one there. So get that snake. That will be the Thai cobra. Yeah, get Thai cobra, and then come to the small alcove on the left. Make sure you crawl here, because if you don't, there'll be 2 claymores and they'll blow up. Yeah, you have to crawl to collect live claymores. And now I'm going to eat a snake. I'm going to eat that green tree python. So I got that quite a long time ago, I believe. And I'll get a trophy as well. Snake eater for eating your first snake. Yeah, green tree python. Yeah, and I'm eating the oldest food and the smallest food. Yeah, remember, keep that poison dart frog and keep anything which does not go bad, like the Russian ration, for example. Right, so yes, crawl in here. There's 2 claymores. If you don't, they'll explode and damage you. So get the M19 ammo, the 2 claymores, and the Mark 22 ammo as well. Yes, and then the Kerotan. It's just above the alcove. There it is, the Kerotan. Right, now we're going to continue on. Now these glow caps coming up, these bright green mushrooms, they refill your battery. So you want to try to keep them on you. They do go bad eventually, but yeah, they refill your battery. So keep this in mind. And the Gecko is in that crevice in the roof, guys. Yeah, there it is. So get the Gecko. So I'm going to get that glow cap. Then I'm going to get the other one below me as well. Like I say, these are good because they recharge your batteries. That's it. So that's 2 of them. There was one of them in a cave earlier, a few areas back, but I just wanted to get them ones there. Right, come into the next area. So this next area, you want to equip the water camo. It might not be in the quick slot, so you might have to go into the inventory. Yes, and you want to use the M19 now. Make sure it's silenced, and shoot that Kerotan over there. Yeah, so water camo. There it is. Yeah, so water camo. Make sure your stamina is full as well. So make sure you've got that Kerotan just to the left at the start, and now swim through this water to the end. If your oxygen gets low, quickly come up for air and then go back down, and avoid those searchlights. If you go directly underneath them, guys, the enemies will see you. If that happens, just reload the save and try again. Yeah, there are a lot of fish here. We're going to get them on the way back later, because if you get them here, you're going to have no space and you're going to have to get rid of loads of food. So I took out fish and just added them later in the guide when we probably are going to have space. Right, so once you get to the end, you should be safe from the enemies, so be facing back down the river. Yeah, shoot that Gecko, and then you want to take the northwest exit. Yeah, shoot the Gecko back on yourself to the right, and take the northwest exit. Right in here, quickly go southwest a little bit until you kind of see the exclamation mark from the enemy. That's it, when you get near that metal container. Quickly spin around, shoot that barrel, shoot them barrels in the far left corner, then go forward a bit more, guys, and shoot this barrel over here. That's it, that will kill all the enemies. But don't worry, killing enemies by an environmental hazard does not count as a kill. I'll show you the records in a minute just so you can see for confirmation. Now what we're going to do, we are going to climb out here onto this little dock, get all this ammo inside the boats. Yep, killing enemies via explosive barrels does not count as a kill. Keep that in mind. Yeah, get all the ammo in the boats. Come to the end here, and there's a suppressor for the Mark 22 behind these crates on the left. Yeah, grab that suppressor. That's it. And then the Gecko. Yeah, I'll show you my records now. So you can see that humans killed still on 0. Yeah, so the Gecko just on the corner near this door, just on that wall. There it is. Shoot that Gecko. That's it. And then come in this small room, grab all the ammo inside. You'll get the SVD sniper rifle as well. Yes, make sure you get a sniper rifle, the SVD. You jump in the water, and there'll be a drain. The Kerotan is inside it. So that's the Kerotan. That's everything in this room. And by the way, if your weapon is about to, if the suppressor is about to run out, you normally open up the weapon wheel and press X on it to equip a new one. But if you make a suppressor wear out when enemies are in caution, it will trigger them. So make sure when a suppressor is about to wear out, when it's on its almost like last bullet, Make sure enemies not in caution, otherwise it might trigger an alert. Just keep that in mind with suppressors. Right, so come back into previous area, and now we're going to take the northeast exit. Yes, now you want to equip the SVD. Going to get a mist trophy here and the thermal goggles. It'll be helpful in finding some ammo shortly in the river. Yeah, so take the northeast exit now, guys. Yeah, so SVD, equip it, ready. It's very heavy, so once we've used it, we are going to take it off. So what we do first is we shoot the end. He'll be at the far end in the wheelchair. Yeah, pun not intended. He'll actually be near the end of the area. And yeah, hit him in the head with a sniper rifle, guys, to kill him. You'll get 2 trophies for doing that. Yeah, of course it counts as kills, so we need to reload it. So yeah, shoot him in the head twice. That's it. He's dead. The end. And we get another trophy. Yes, the end. And now we're going to shoot the Kerotan and the Gecko. The Kerotan is over there, near that floodgate. On the right of it, on the corner. And the Kerotan is on the left. Once you shot the 2 collectibles with the SVD, we'll reload. Yeah, just saves you having to shoot them again. Because we have to reload the save anyway, to take out that kill where we just killed that boss. Yeah, because that counts as a kill. So once you've got the boss death and you've shot the Gecko and the Kerotan, guys, reload your save. So once you spawn back in, first knock out that enemy nearest to you with your Mark 22. 2 headshots because you're quite far away. Yeah, 2 headshots, and then M19, shoot that barrel at the end and shoot the barrel on the left, and that's all the enemies dead. One of them's knocked out, but the rest are dead, and of course because we didn't kill them, it did not count as a human kill. It was an environmental kill, and they're okay. Right, next up, we're going to kind of come along here, follow the right wall. Yes, over here. Grab the M19 ammo and the suppressor for the M19 as well. Yeah, this is where the thermal goggles comes in useful, because it's very hard to see pickups in the water. Yeah, there you go. There's more M19 ammo. So yes, once you've got the 2 M19 ammos and the suppressor for the M19, come out of the water over here, near the dock where the boats are. You're going to climb out, you're going to get the ammo in the boats, and you're going to get a spider on the wall at the end. Spider is on the wall near that double red door. Just shoot the spider, guys, and then go and grab one. Don't get too close to spiders. I think if they touch you, they can bite you and poison you. Yeah, just shoot a spider. There you go. For some reason, it's shot off like a little bullet. That's it. Grab the spider food. And then come into the next stream, guys, and that'll be it for this video. I'm going to save in a second. I'm going to unequip the SVD. That's it. So once in here, guys, yes, save your game. And that'll be it for part 2. Yeah, 7 parts to go, remember. So there's only 5 parts remaining. And we'll have platinum. So make a save. I'll quickly show the records. And then that'll be me done, guys. Yep, so thank you for watching. And I'll see you on part 3 tomorrow. Hey everyone, welcome back to part 3 of Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta Snake Eater Complete Platinum Guide. Doing 100% on New Game Extreme and of course doing Foxhound. So a lot to point out, so bear with me as always. Text guides there if you need it. So I'm going to put on the splitter uniform and camo. So you've got pretty good camo index in this warehouse. Then come over here. We're going to knock out that guy. Of course, always knock out enemies. Just headshot him quickly, guys. Come around here, grab the desert camo. Yeah, desert face paint there. Come over here, crawl when you come across the middle of this room, because that guy will spot something and you can quickly get a headshot to knock him out as well. Obviously, make sure you're close enough so your bullet doesn't drop. Come over to this corner near the steps, bang on these metal drums. It should get the attention of the guy above you. Come back over here and now wait for him to walk down the steps. It's quite tricky getting these guys on the upper floor, but this makes it easier. Get them when they're walking away from you. So get headshots. That's it. Then come over here. Look up and shoot that Kerotan. Use the M19 for this. Make sure it's silenced. There you go. And just shoot this guy one more, because otherwise he might wake up before he done, and he can see you on the upper floors. So yeah, just trank him one more time, guys. Just reset his unconsciousness, I guess you could call it. Right, up here. I'm going to wake this guy up. Just melee and kick him a few times. That's it. A few kicks. And then you want to get behind him, guys, and aim your weapon at him to hold him up. That's it, just as he stands up. Aim your weapon, you'll hold him up, you'll get a trophy. And then let go and press R2 to grab him. Hold R2 in. That's it, you'll get another trophy when you press L3. Now you want to press L3 because you're going to interrogate him. Now on the 4th dialogue, he'll tell you about the fire support. There it is, 140.22. It's quite difficult to hear, you need subtitles. But yeah, Just interrogate him until he talks to fire support, and then that dialogue finish. And then keep pressing R2 until the stars appear above his head, and then let go. Do not press R2 too much because you'll snap his neck. Just keep pressing R2 when the stars appear, let him go. That's it. Go into that room, come outside, yeah, grab the food inside there. Come outside and then knock on the wall nearby. You'll get the attention of the final guard above you. Now look here and wait until you see a shadow on that railing above. There it is, just see the shadow. Once you see the shadow, come over here, and I'll do the same again as that previous one, shoot him as he walks away. That's it, that's all the guards. Now our second guard's probably waking up by now, but he shouldn't be able to see you. Right, continue to the top and just get the Gakko. I almost forgot the Gakko. Look here, I just remembered. Yeah, Gakko is on that pipe there. There you go. And then go outside here, back into the wilderness. Yeah, that fire support code, you have to interrogate them and get the code, otherwise you can't use it. Knowing it beforehand doesn't work, you have to interrogate them and get it that way. And use that a few rooms back, by the way. Yeah, that one is used a few areas back. So we're going to do it when we go back there a bit later on in this video. Now come here, shoot that squirrel, going up the same tree with the corpse hanging from it. Use the thermal goggles, see easier. Yeah, shoot the flying squirrel, catch that food. And then the Gakko is on top of this kind of like broken tree. You might have to move around a bit so you can see it. Yeah, normally coming back around the south normally helps you see it a bit better. Yeah, you can just see it's quite camouflaged. There it is. Shoot that Gakko. And then get his 2 mushrooms on the tree beside that one. Yeah, we've actually got his mushrooms already, but we want to get them again. Yeah, so you see my food's starting to go rotten now because it's been a day or so until I've played last. Remember, do not eat the poison dart frog. And do not eat the, I think, fly agarthic mushrooms. We'll see what I called in a second.
Pretty tasty.
Yeah, get these 2 mushrooms. I actually don't remember. Let me tell you what they're called. So they're called, yeah, fly agaric. So you want 2 of them. And of course, the poison dart frog, we want to keep them for later. Then come to the northwest corner. And you'll find the R noodles. Yes, get them instant noodles in the northwest corner. And then the Kerotan is on that branch above the exit. That's it. Shoot the Kerotan, guys, and then head out. Yeah, it's the previous room in the warehouse. When we went into that little tiny storeroom, in there, you found the noodles, the mousetrap, and the calorie mate. Right, in here, as soon as you get control, shoot that Gakko on the roof ahead of you, just to the left. And then equip your best camo. And then hug the wall, guys, crouch, and then make your way to the far southwest corner. You might get spotted here. I did get spotted first time. I had to reload. That's why that Gakko, had already been shot. But yeah, you can crawl if you want to. Normally crouching does the trick, but yeah, you might get spotted. But you can crawl if you want to. But yeah, if you do, just reload. Yeah, so I think I got poisoned then by a snake or something. Oh no, it's from that food I was eating in order to make space for more food. Remember, do not dispose of something. You have to eat every food at least once. Now come around here. Yes, once you crawl through the fence, crouch, grab that suppressor for the M19 and then shoot that frog on the nearby wall between the trees and then crawl through this little crawl space nearby to get to lab exterior inside walls. Now when we first come in here, first going to get the collectibles. So the Gakko is on that lamppost to the north. I think it's to the north. Yeah. The Gakko is on top of that lamppost, and then we're going to come over here to this like small little building, and the Kerotan is in the window. Get the Kerotan, guys, and then just reload your save. Yeah, don't worry if you get spotted. I meant to do that. I get collectibles first and I reload, and now we're going to go through this room properly. We've got the collectibles. So first of all, trank that enemy nearby, that dude there. That's it. Once you knocked him out, quickly crawl beneath his truck. Get the Mark 22 ammo and the M19 ammo inside. Then spin around and go back out the way you crawled in. Now there'll be one more enemy in the northwest corner. We're going to take him out next, so keep crawling so he don't spot you. Then you should be able to get close enough, guys, in order to shoot him where your bullets are not going to drop much. Yeah, I'm just going to let him get a bit closer. There we go. Right, and once you knocked him out, now we're going to go in another crawl space hidden in the grass. Yeah, these crawl spaces are very, very hard to find. That's it. It's going to take you into the lab. So when you come in here, we're going to go left and get another face paint. Yeah, this will be the Oyama. Yeah, grab that face paint. Now we're going to equip the scientist uniform. Yeah, scientist uniform, very important. And the face, you want no paint. So no paint face and scientist uniform. Now when you go through here, guards will not recognise you, but scientists, if they look directly at your face, it might trigger an alert. So when you're going past scientists, do not let them see your face. Keep your back to him, but guards is okay. As long as you've got a scientist uniform on and no paint. Right, once you get outside, the Gecko is on this middle window to the left, on the top ledge. So it's going to quickly switch so we can equip the weapons, shoot it with a silenced M19 and then switch back to scientist. Once switch back, kick this mushroom here. Yes, this mushroom is the Spatzer. Keep that for later. And you'll probably get a trophy now as well. Mud scientists get muddy when you're in the scientist uniform. If not, just crawl around in the mud, but you should have got it. Right, so what we're going to do now is just going to wait in this corner for the guard to come through the door. Yeah, make sure you have got a space for these foods, guys. Yeah, so Spatzer, Flight Agaric, and the Poison Dart Frog, we want to save that for the fight coming up. So I'm just going to wait here for the guard to come through. Yeah, when you switch uniform to shoot your weapon, you need to quickly switch back. So if anybody sees you when you're not in scientist uniform, it'll be an instant alert. Right, wait for him to come through. Nice weapon for patrol, isn't it? A shotgun, just carrying a shotgun around. Right, so you want to come in here now quickly, equip a uniform, a different outfit, shoot that Kerotan, then go back to scientist. That Kerotan, when I shoot it in the head, sometimes it don't quite work. So shoot it in its belly, just quickly shoot it and switch back. And then come to the stairwell, make way to the top. That's it, pass that punk. Yeah, try not to do any silly actions as well. Yes, do not roll or anything like that when somebody's looking, because that can trigger an alert, just because you're doing something out of the ordinary. And then when you come in the toilet, beat up this door. That's it, do 3 combos. Yeah, doors don't hit back. Well, I guess that one did. Yes, and then come in here, behind the toilet, and grab the fly uniform. That's it. Once you got a fly uniform, go back down them stairs we just came up, but now go all the way down to the bottom to get to the basement. Now in the basement, try to stay away from spiders. If you run near one, they might poison you. It's not a big deal if you can. If they do, they can just cure it. I mean, but it might count as a serious injury. So it's just best to stay away from them. Yeah, so we're going to go all the way to the far cell. Now when you punch this Kerotan coming up, make sure nobody sees you doing it. If you're quick, the guard nearby will have his back to you. He'll hear something, but he won't spot you. Yeah, see the spiders on the wall. Yeah, quickly come in here, go into first person and punch it once, that's it. And grab this mouse trap in the corner. Yes, that guy heard something, but because he wasn't looking at you, it didn't trigger an alert. Now come back and go in this last room on the left. The guard should have come out by now. Then once you're inside, make sure the door's closed. Go back to any uniform and shoot this Gecko on the top shelf. There you go. Go back to scientist and then go back up the steps. Yeah, it's funny how easy this is when you kind of got a strategy to go through it all. Yeah, this is why I think New Game Plus won't really make much difference when you're using a guide, because a guide kind of makes it easy anyway. Because Metal Gear Solid games are very kind of like strategy based, aren't they? I guess, except for boss fights. Yeah, boss fights are, yeah, they do need a little bit of skill to get through them without too much trouble. But this next one's quite easy, but the end boss fight coming up is a bit of a, yeah, I don't quite like the end. Probably my worst, the end and the pain, probably my worst bosses in the game. Right, so we'll come through this room next into Lab B1 West. Now we're going to run past that guy and come this first office on the right, grab the cigarette gas spray. Do not use this any more than what I do, so we're going to need it for a boss later. I just use it twice here. So yes, equip that. And in this next room is going to be a scientist, so follow my lead, and if he spots you, quickly turn your face away. Now, just as you go through this door, at the same time, there'll be a guy just in front. Use cigarette spray to knock him out quickly. Come behind this scientist, don't let him spot you, and knock him out as well with cigarette spray. So we've got 13 left, do not use anymore. Now, punch this Kerotan. Just punch it. Open this locker to find the handkerchief. We do actually use that later one time. Right, now what we want to do, with these two knocked out, we had to knock these two out because they're the Gecko we want to shoot. So, open this door slightly. Try to be quiet. Press X near it and you'll open it slowly. That's it. Move back a bit and then shoot that Gecko on the far corner. That's it. Go back to scientist. Grab that battery near that Gecko and then go down the bottom. Be careful of any other scientists which might look in your direction. There'll be a suppressor in this second to last cubicle on the right. Yeah, keep your face away from scientists which are looking directly at you. Yeah, grab that suppressor there, guys, for the Mark 22. Come this far door. Carry on, and now there'll be a bunch of cutscenes. Yeah, it's about 5 cutscenes here, where I'll tell you exactly how many. So I have actually wrote down in my text guide exactly how many cutscenes you're going to experience. Where are we? Oh, it's five cutscenes here. You get the key A automatically. So we can go back now and enter a new area. We can open the door in the warehouse, which was locked. So now, be very careful. You can actually aim your cigarette gas spray just so you can point your face away and strafe. So the scientists, do not get a good look at your face. Remember, keep your back turned, scientists, if you can. That's it. And then in this room, the enemies will be in the same spot as before. So when you come in, face the door you came in that way. Then you have to be back to scientist. Then when you get to the store, you can run and you're okay. Yeah, you know, this might be 6 parts yet. I don't know. I know I've put 7, but we might get it done in 6. We'll just see how it goes. But I didn't expect this video to be a bit longer. If I knew it was going to be 35, I would have probably trimmed or stopped recording a bit earlier. But it doesn't matter. Just got a longer video here, I guess. So we're going to come out this door next. This should take us back outside. So once outside here, go back to your normal uniform. Whichever one has the best camera index. Yep, then I'm going to quickly CQC slam this guy. I'm going to slam him on the floor quickly. That's it. And then do the same to this guy over here. Remember, try to keep your light behind them. They can see in front to the left and right, but they can see slightly a bit further behind, you know, a 90-degree angle from them. They can see just a little bit further back than directly to the left or to the right. Just keep that in mind. So once you knocked out them 2 enemies, going to crawl beneath this truck again. The ammo should have respawned. Grab the M19 ammo and the Mark 22 ammo again. That's it. And they keep crawling. An enemy might spot something, but it's okay, and go through his crawl space. Yeah, I think when an enemy looks forward, they can see kind of from... They can see from about 8 o'clock to about 4 o'clock behind him. If you imagine they're looking at 12 o'clock, yeah, from about 8 to 4, that's kind of how their vision works when they're looking forward. So once near, yeah, crawl over to this. Crouch over to it, then crawl through it, then crouch it again. And you should be able to get through it, guys, without any enemies spotting you, providing you've got some good camo on. Keep to the wall. Yeah, so crouch to the fence, crawl beneath it, and then crouch when you get out of it. I mean, crawl if you want to have better camo. Right, when we go into this next room, it's going to be a boss fight. There'll be a cutscene and then a boss. So just before we go in, it's going to equip what we want ready. So the fly agaric, the poison dart frog, and the spatzer foods. So 4 foods, they're ones which poison you, by the way. Yeah, equip them because we're going to be throwing them on the floor shortly. And when you first come in here, there'll be a cutscene. Straight after, you want to save your game. This is very important. Remember, we have to eat every food as well as collect it. You have to collect it and eat it. So straight after the cutscene, save your game. You're now going to eat every single food. Let's just eat them all, get them all out of the way. Yep, and then we're going to reload, get all the foods back, and then we'll go on with the boss guide. Yeah, if you eat a rotten food, by the way, which you have not eaten before, it still counts as eating that food as normal. Yeah, don't think that because it's rotten it might not count, it does. Yep, I am living proof of that. I've eaten a lot of rotten food. Sometimes when your stamina's low, you will eat anything, even if it's rotten.
That's damn good.
So yeah, just eat everything, then we're going to reload. And them 4 foods, which you should have already equipped, we're going to be throwing them on the floor. Yep, we're going to throw them on the floor. Wait, I'll tell you what direction.
This is horrible. Delicious.
Yeah, southeast. Going to throw these to the southeast, and we actually climb up on the ledge to the east.
That's damn
Okay, so you might find thermal goggles helpful here, because they make it easy to see the boss, and also traps. Here, watch out for traps on the floor. Very easy to walk into one, or for example to walk into the floor pit and fall to your death, so just be very careful. But when we do actually start shooting the boss, we're just going to stay in one place where the Mark 22 ammo spawns. Yeah, we're just going to stand on the Mark 22 ammo, so as we're shooting him, it will just respawn and we'll collect it automatically. No need to run around trying to get ammo. And the ammo will only respawn when your ammo gets low, and if you're not looking at the place where it spawns. you have to make sure your camera is not looking at it. Right, so used all that food. Now we're going to reload our save. So all that food has been eaten. So we don't need to worry about eating it anymore. I mean, we will later, but we know it's saved in the food collection. So, like I say, to the southeast. Yeah, so you want to look down the 4 foods down here. Yeah, to southeast corner. So poison dart frog, 2 fly agarics, and the spatzer. Throw them down here. You'll find out why later. And I'm not going to cure myself yet, because the boss will shoot arrows and they kind of serious injury you, cause a serious injury. And if you cure it, there's more chance of him triggering another one. But if you've already got a serious injury, it's not going to cause another one. So it helps. So grab that M19 ammo if you need it. Climb up this eastern ledge. Come along here. Now try to shoot this quickly if you can. Use a silenced weapon. Now you want to shoot the rope about there. That normally, the rope's a bit finicky to make them blow up. You have to kind of shoot it in a specific place. But yeah, that one, shoot it about there and it should make it explode. Now stand on this Mark 22 ammo. Now it's going to look for the boss guys. And I'm going to keep shooting him. You can take off your suppressor because you're going to waste it otherwise. I don't think I remembered until further into the fight. So yes, just keep shooting the boss. No need to move around because every time you shoot him, he'll kind of react and jump to somewhere new. He'll try to relocate his hiding spot. That's it. You might want to speed up your camera settings so you can move. You can spin the camera around a bit quicker. And when his health bar darkens, he's about to lob a explosive arrow at you. So just keep doing this, guys, until his health bar darkens. That's it, it's darkened. Now get ready to roll away, because the arrow is going to explode. Yeah, watch out for that pit there. That's it. Once the arrow is exploded, go back to where the ammo spawns and just repeat. So again, start doing this. Look for him, shoot him. Yeah, so I didn't find him quick enough then. He started lobbing arrows, so I just dodged him and went back. And you keep doing this. Now when his stamina bar gets low enough, he's going to start looking for food. But if you've thrown your own food on the floor, he'll prioritise that. Yeah, he'll always go for food which you've thrown on the floor first. And because we put poison food on the floor, it's actually going to poison him and actually knock down his stamina. So yeah, once he starts looking for food, that's it, just shoot him when you can. Now when you have knocked down his stamina completely, it's a bit wonky how you actually end the fight. I think he has to be on the floor when you shoot him. Yeah, I don't think you can end the fight when he's in a tree. So when he's got no stamina left, yeah, you need to shoot him when he's on the floor. Yeah, so one hit. You can see I am hitting him here, but it's not actually ending the fight. But he will go back down in a minute to get more food, because I lobbed 4 items down there. Yeah, it's always a good idea to lob 4 items, just so when he gets one, or if he gets interrupted, he might avoid one of the foods and go into the next. But if you throw 4 down, that should be okay. You can even throw more down if you've got more, more poisoned food. Like I say, poison dart frog, fly agaric, spatzer, even rotten food will work. Right, so we'll come back, there we go, and there he is, got him. It's a nice, easy one. Yeah, slightly different to how we did him in the original, because you obviously can cheese him a bit by using a fake death pill. But I think that strategy works really well. Now, once I get control back, yes, now I'm going to finally cure them. My health did get quite low, so apologies. Yeah, my screen is a bit distorted at the moment. It's got a lot of ketchup on it. But your health will slowly heal up, so don't worry. Right, so I'm going to cure these. And make sure you grab a spider uniform in front of you. Very important. Make sure you grab that spider uniform. Now, to cure the arrow wound, if you get shot by an arrow, to cure that, you need a knife, styptic, and disinfect. A cut, you need to use disinfect, styptic, a bandage, and such a kit. And if you get venom poisoning, you need to use serum. Yeah, so make sure you've got that spider uniform. Yeah, again, apologies for the screen, guys. It will clear itself up probably in about 5 minutes time, by the time I heal up a bit more. And we're going to be using the spider uniform now as well. Yeah, by the way, them calorie mates, instant noodles, and Russian rations do not go bad. The pain hornet's nest does not go bad either, and anything you've captured alive. So any of them I just mentioned, leave them until last. Like I say, they never go bad. Right, so back in here. So spider uniform drains stamina very quickly, guys. So when you don't need it, unequip it, otherwise you're going to have no stamina left. Right, so spider uniform. You want to quickly run over here, jump over this railing with X, press circle to drop down, then as you drop, keep spamming X to climb back up, and grab the ledge below. Run over to this guy, quickly knock him down, go back into this room, grab another mousetrap, a calorie mate, and noodles. That's it, they've respawned. Now you want to quickly knock out these 2 enemies below. There's one there, and there should be one here, but it's actually come up to investigate the noise. So I'm just going to jump over this railing, which I wanted to do anyway, because there's a suppressor on top of these crates. and then I knocked him out down there. Now it's one more guard, and he's back on it where he first came in earlier in the guide. I'm just going to wait for him to come around the corner, but I'm going to keep on my spider uniform. Just make sure he don't spot me, gives me better camo. Yeah, like I say, watch your stamina. Drain your stamina really fast, and if your stamina is empty, it will stop working. Yeah, it will stop working if you get 0 stamina. Right, got him. Yeah, like I say, on top of them crates where I dropped onto is a suppressor. Make sure you get that. Now I've knocked out all the enemies, so now I'm going to equip a different uniform, just so I'm not wasting my stamina. And then before you leave this room, you want to go back to spider uniform. Now you need to be really quick here. You can get past these enemies mega quick without doing anything to any of them. So straight away, spider uniform, remember. Yes, you're going to dodge across that fence and over the barrel. You'll be behind that guy who'll notice him, and then run to the end and dive in the water, guys, and just swim to the end exit. And that's it, they didn't spot you. Yeah, when I first came back to this room, doing this guide, you know, I do normally knock out them enemies on my original guide. But I thought I'd try the spider uniform. And yes, it allowed me to just roll past him. Maybe that didn't work in the original. I'm not quite sure why I didn't do it. But yeah, so here, there's no enemies now. So just go back to any uniform. Equip the water one if you want to. We'll get the water face paint in a second as well. And I'm going to get a bunch of food now as well. So any old food which you think might go rotten, you might want to use it up. Yeah, we're going to get a bunch of fish and a crab. This food we're about to get, earlier in my original guide, we actually got these fish when we first entered this area, when the enemies were here. But you can see our inventory in terms of food is getting pretty full, and if we got it back then, we would have had to discard most of it. So I kind of moved it around in this guide, so now we get it here, which works just as well. Works even better, like I say, because now we kind of got a space for it. You don't have to waste so much food. And of course, using the spider uniform, we've wasted a lot of stamina. So yes, you come to the end. There'll actually be a camo here which is spawned, the water face paint. I don't know why it spawns at this point in the game. It's just how it works. So yes, grab that water face paint. Yeah, I will show you my records occasionally, guys, just so you can make sure you're up to date. We will have a few hours to spare, by the way, so don't worry if you're a little bit behind me. Yeah, you could probably spare about 90 minutes, probably 60 minutes if you want to be safe. So down here is the crab. You can see the crab with the thermal goggles, but you can't see the fish. So yeah, make sure you've got a water face paint, and then you want to melee the crab. You have to kick him, so do a full combo, so you do the kick, melee the crab, and there'll be 3 different types of fish. You got fish A, fish B, and fish C. Yeah, the crab will be the Kenyan mangrove crab, and the 3 fish, like I say, fish B, fish C, fish A. And you've got marine shark, you've got the arowana, and the big eye trevally. Yeah, so they're the 3 fish you need, and I think I've got them all. So make sure you've got all 3 types of fish, guys, and the crab. Very important. If you get extra, that's great. I'm just going to eat a few to refill my stamina. And as we make our way back out, yes, do you remember that fire support code we got earlier? It works in this room. Yeah, it works in this room. I'll just equip the water camo as well. So I've got the full water uniform on pretty much. Yeah, on different difficulties, you're getting fire support codes from different enemies. I think on very easy, you get the fire support codes in the room you use it in, or a room before, for example. But normally on extreme, you get a fire support code, but it's used in a room or 2 back. So I think it's just so you can't really use them on extreme. But of course, this is a really good point to do it, because we have to come back to this room, get our camo. The one before this was in the past base, I think it was. When you get it there, it's normally a guy outside the radio shed, but that code works in the room previously. So just before you leave, yes, go into your radio, go into tune, and you can see it there, fire support 140.22. That's it, send, call that frequency, guys. That's it, and you'll get that trophy, friendly fire. Yeah, do it before you leave, so it's about to rain down hellfire. That's it, that's that one out of the way. Right, now once you're back in here, make sure you've got the water set on, the water camo. And you can lie down here actually. Now you want to shoot that enemy first, knock him out, wait till he stops, because then he'll be a bit closer. You want to shoot him twice, because you're probably going to hit him in the chest. Shoot him twice, wait for him to knock out, and then shoot that barrel at the back with a Mark 19. Try not to shoot the enemy, and shoot the barrels on the left. And that's killed the other 2 enemies. But because the barrels killed him, it does not count as a kill. Yeah, keep that in mind. Any explosive kills on enemies from where you shot a barrel will not count as a kill. Right, so took them all out. We're going to climb up here. get some more Mark 22 ammo, because I'm getting a little bit low. There'll be some other ammo in here if you need it. So yeah, Mark 22 ammo there. Right, and then back into the warehouse. So now we're going to go through the door. We can unlock it now. We've got key A, which got from them cutscenes earlier back in the labs. So quickly knock this guy down on the floor. If you're worried about that, you can shoot him when he walks around the corner if you want. Just wait the other side of the door, shoot him when he walks past with a headshot, you know, to knock him out, and then go through this door next. So here, I'm not going to pronounce that name at all. So go forward until you trigger a cutscene, a codec call, and here we're going to catch a Suchinko. I think that's how you say it, Suchinko. We're going to catch one of them next. So once you trigger that codec call, now equip your mouse traps. You should have 4. Doesn't matter if you've got a few less, 4 will just make it a bit quicker. So yeah, equip your mouse traps. Then you want to crouch and put everyone down in the same spot. It doesn't matter, you don't have to move them about. Just put them down in the same spot, it's quicker, and crouch. That's it, put down all 4 mouse traps. Then go out and come back in. This shouldn't take you long to do. It took longer on the original, but on this remake, I always get the Suchinko really quick in this area. Maybe it's just, you know, my luck, I don't quite know. Karma for making a guide, I guess. But yes, come over here, and if you've got a Suchinko, you'll get a trophy, so you know when you've caught it. And you can only catch 3 at a time, so what you might need to do is each time you have to kind of go into your inventory, dispose, and then so you can get new ones. And to get the mouse traps, you need to lay down, pick them up, and then put them down again. So each time, lay down, pick them up, and put them down again. So I ain't got enough space, so I'm going to have to go into my food. Make sure if you dispose of a food which you've caught alive, make sure you have eaten it at least once. For example, that coral snake. So I'm just going to dispose. I've eaten the coral snake. I think I ate it just before that previous boss fight, remember? I ate all my food. Right, and there we go, got it. So believe it or not, I just caught a Suchinko. Or sorry, Suchinoko, I think it's called. Yes, remember, you won't catch it. There might be one there, but if you haven't got space, it will just be there floating. So make sure you do kind of dispose of any animals to make space. And like I say, to pick up the mouse traps, you need to lay down on them and then just place them all down again, guys. Go out, come back in, see what you captured. Right, so now what I'm going to do is catch a bird. This one's quite tricky to shoot. If you scare it away, just go out and come back in to respawn it. So just on the start of this grass will be a magpie. There it is, and I scared it away. But that's a bird we want to shoot and capture. Yeah, that will be our bird D, the magpie. So yeah, if you scare it away, guys, go out, come back in to respawn. Yeah, it's quite tricky. Yeah, don't get too close. And I think there she is. Yes, got it. You know if you got it, because if not, when you shoot, if you missed, it'll fly away. Right, so there it is, our birdie. Make sure you got our food. The Kerotan is in that corner above where you came in. Grab that Kerotan. Now, careful, so there might be a snake around it, it might poison you. Shoot down the fruit on that vine. And then the Gecko, follow that vine to the tree where it ends. Follow the tree down, and the Gecko's near the base. So yeah, shoot that Gecko and grab that our vegetable. That's the vine melon. And just up this slope, guys, near the first tree on the right is a tiny bird. Quite hard to see. So slowly come up this slope. Use thermal goggles to make it easier. You see that tiny bird there? Yeah, shoot that bird. That's the red abadavid. So grab that bird, the bird C, red abadavid. So make sure you got a gecko. You got the vine melon. Yes, a magpie, the red abadavid, and of course the Suchinoko. That's it. Come out here. Right, almost done for this vid. So in this room, there's a lot of enemies in this area. So go forward first and keep to the left. And when you get to this broken tree, attack that mushroom by the base of the tree on the left. Our mushroom B. That's actually the... Hold up. Our mushroom B. Yeah, that's the Ural luminescent mushroom. So grab that mushroom by the base of the tree. Then shoot the Kerotan next on the hill, just beyond it slightly. Shoot the Kerotan, equip thermal goggles, equip the spider uniform. Roll across that pit. And once you get across the pit, crawl up this hill. And keep to the left of this fallen log. That's it. There should be an enemy on the other side of it. Yeah, there she is. Once you get past the log and the enemy's walking away, stand up and go and lob him on the floor to knock him out. And the gecko is on this tree trunk. There it is. Just where it's walking. Yeah, that tree trunk on the right. So that's a gecko. We've got a Kerotan. We've got a gecko. And we've also got that mushroom. Remember, Ural luminescent mushroom. Keep the spider uniform on. Come around here. Knock out that guy as you reach him. There are some birds which can scare away and he might hear something, but normally by this point he's too far away and he won't actually hear the birds. And then when you come along here, use thermal goggles. Yeah, keep right, guys. Roll across that snare so don't capture you. And you want to make your way to the northeast exit. And just before you go through the northeast exit, change your uniform to the second best camo. Just make sure it's not a spider, because you don't really need it anymore. And of course, it drains all your stamina. Yeah, so equip your second best camo now for this area, for this terrain. Yeah, do not go through the northwest exit, because it's going to trigger a boss fight. Do not go through the northwest exit. We're taking the northeast exit first. Yeah, very important, guys.
Disgusting.
Yeah, there'll be a cutscene and then a boss fight, and we do not want to do that yet. We're going to start the next video with this boss fight. It's one of the more annoying bosses in the game. Yeah, the End and the Pain. The two worst bosses in the game, pretty much. Some of the final bosses in the game, they actually seem a bit easier on this remake. But the kind of central bosses, you know, like the End, the Pain, they're just as bad on the remake as they were on the original. So if you food poisoning, you need to use a antidote to cure that if you do get food poisoning. Right, and then in this area, so there's going to be 2 collectibles, but we're actually going to get them and then reload the safe, because there's loads of enemies here and it's quite tricky to get them without being spotted. So do it this way, get the collectibles and then just reload. So you want to come to this wall to the south, and you see that building to the northwest, that big kind of cabin. You want to stand in the wall to the south and line yourself up to the left side of the cabin. You see that? The left side of the cabin, the west side. Line yourself up with it, but also stand near the south wall. That's it. You want to equip the SVD next. And then crouch. Now from here, you should be able to see both collectibles. The Kerotan is in that window, but don't shoot it yet. The Kerotan is in that window. And the Gecko, I think I'm a bit too far left. I need to go right a bit more. So you see that branch in the middle, near the big tree? There should be a kind of Y-shaped tree at the back of it. I might need to move right a bit more. Yeah, there it is. You see that tree at the back? And yeah, just above it, in between the kind of the arms, you can see the Gecko. So you got the Gecko over there between that Y-shaped tree at the back. And once you know where they are, quickly shoot the Gecko guys and then the Kerotan. And there's an enemy in the way. Right, I'm just going to kill him anyway, so I'm going to reload this save. So Gecko, Kerotan, got them both. Now I'm just going to reload my save. That's it. So you see on my record it says 1 human killed, but when I reload, it'll be gone. So if I reload and then go back into my records, yep, see it's back on 0. And make sure you've got 31 Kerotans and 31 Geckos at this point. Come back into previous stream, guys, and I'm going to make a save. Yep, ready for the next video. Like I say, when you go through the next stream to the northwest, it's going to trigger a boss fight, which we'll do at the start of the next vid. But yeah, that's part 3 done. Part 4 might be a little bit shorter, just to make up for this one being longer, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, that's my records, guys, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you on part 4 tomorrow. Hey, welcome back, guys, to part 4, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, my platinum walkthrough doing 100% on Foxhound and on extreme difficulty. So we're jumping in straight into a boss fight, the End. If you change your time forward 7 days or over, by the way, yeah, close the game, move your clock forward 7 days, come back in, it will knock him out automatically, but you do not get his camo or his sniper rifle, I believe. Of course, we need them for 100% if you are doing this one playthrough like me. But we do use sniper rifle for some strategies coming up. So the weapons you need for this, yeah, because once you go into the next area, it's going to trigger a cutscene. So you want cigar, gas spray, Mark 22, M19A1, AK-47, stun grenade, smoke grenade, and thermal goggles. Yeah, those are what you want for this fight coming up. Just be careful when you do go through the northwest exit. There's still a few enemies around this area. You don't want them to spot you. So yeah, just crouch, guys, and go through the exit. So yeah, equip what you need before you go in. So of course, when you trigger the boss fight, it triggers an auto save, and if you have to reload, you don't have to change your build anymore. It's all ready for you. Right, as soon as you spawn in, I'm going to knock out or kill, whatever way you want to do it, 2 birds beside me. So don't really move too much. The reason I like to do this is because if not, they might upset something later. Because when you crawl over here later, because the End can actually lay down where we are, and these birds are not killed, they'll respawn later, and they can fly away and alert him to your location when you try to sneak up on him. So yeah, get rid of them 2 birds. If you miss them or one flies away, reload and do it again, guys. And then we're going to come up here. Make sure you got good camo. Yeah, you don't need spider uniform yet. Normally somewhere above about 50-60% is okay. So yeah, just crouch, make sure you've got a good uniform. Now the very first time he spawns, he can spawn on 3 different locations. It's random and it's determined when you trigger that cutscene. So if you want to change the location, you have to reload the save back in the previous area and come back in. Like I say, it's determined when you trigger the cutscene. So up here, and this parrot is up there by the way, do not scare away, we're going to knock that parrot down in minutes. You need it full of food. So you can spawn over there in the northeast corner. You can spawn on the north mountain or on the northwest mountain. You can spawn in any 3 of them locations to begin with. So for me, he has spawned on the northwest. Yeah, so when I get up here I start crawling. In the original, he could see pretty much really easily, but in this, your camo index works a bit better in terms of this fight. Now you want to shoot him 3 times. There will be a bit of bullet drop, so try to aim nearest head, and then hopefully you'll hit him in this kind of like body area. So hit him 3 times. You'll know once you've done it, this health bar will darken, and then knock down the parrot because now he's actually running away. Make sure you use silenced weapons. So shoot down his parrot, grab his parrot, make sure you've hit him 3 times and he's run away. Now down here is the gecko. Yeah, shoot that gecko. Make sure you use silenced weapon. Now there's a trick here to make him spawn behind you. He has to be behind you. Yeah, the camera can't be looking at him. And the way you do it is you fire a weapon a few times. I think it only works if it's not in your current area. It kind of respawns him behind you. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to lob a smoke grenade, because when he spawns behind me, the smoke grenade will make it so he doesn't actually see me, because otherwise he'd start shooting at you straight away. Smoke grenade prevents that. Yeah, and they're the 4 locations he can spawn in near us. And he's going to spawn on that southwest spot. So that's where he's going to spawn over there. So we're going to lob a smoke grenade. You want to be quick when the smoke is still active. Spin around and quickly shoot AK-47 2 times. Now he's spawned behind me now. If I show him thermal goggles, look, there he is. You see him at the back to the left of that fire tree. Now we've triggered him there. And by the way, if you mess this up, you can actually try this again. And sometimes you can respawn him in the same spot by doing the same thing. Yeah, it works quite well. So I'm going to come around here next to get behind him. When I try to get behind him by kind of trying to crawl around him from near where we triggered him, he will normally always see me, but if I come up behind by going this way, it's the only way I can get behind him. So I'm going to shoot that Kerotan as well. Make sure you use silenced weapon. Yeah, shoot that Kerotan behind that small building. And now you want to equip your cigar gas spray and your stun grenade. Cigar gas spray and your stun grenade. Now we're going to come to this building, grab all the ammo inside just in case you need it. And with the end, when you get within about 10 steps, you want to hold L1 to enter stalking mode. And see where I'm standing at the moment. So sometimes you'll try to run away, and I just trigger that snare, trigger that so it doesn't activate later. Yeah, so we'll normally run down here. We're going to stand in that spot where I just showed you and spray him with the cigar gas spray when he tries to run away. So keep that in mind. Yeah, so from about here, I'm going to start stalking. Remember, hold L1 to go into stalking mode. Otherwise, he's going to hear you. Probably not even 10 steps, probably within about 30 steps distance. He can hear you even if you're crawling. So you can just get behind him here. Yeah, so there she is. And we're going to shoot him the cigar gas spray twice. Get close enough and do not just spam it. Press it once, wait for it to hit him twice, and then press it again. Make sure you're close enough. You can punch, but it's harder to do, so I don't bother doing it. Now when you've done it twice and knocked him down, run back down here, because he's going to run down here. Spin around, and when he runs into you guys, do it again. So 2 and another one. That's it. Once you knock him down, change the stun grenade, and make sure you've got grenade camo, by the way. Now lob stun grenade as he runs the opposite way, and try to make it so it land behind him, but hits him, so he's still in the range. That should stun him. I'm going to do the same again. Cigar gas spray twice. There you go. Now run back down here. He's going to run the same way again. There you go. So just stand in the same spot again, guys, and spray him twice when he comes close. Now once you knocked him down now, come back further down the hill. You want to make him run the opposite direction. That's it. Back up there. Now we're going to leave him to run. We're not going to lob a stun grenade this time. Now he'll either go left or hide it somewhere in the left, or hide behind that tree there where we started. So if you did not shoot them birds, when we crawl up to him now, they'll fly away and scare and trigger him. But because he shot the birds, they're not here. So now we're going to sneak up to him. For some reason, when he spawns in this kind of area, he's always facing kind of to the north or the northwest, so you can easily get behind him. That's it. So we're going to sneak behind him, but now we're going to hold him up. So get your Mark 22 ready. Take the silencer off, so you don't really need to worry about it now. And aim its back. That's it. You need to do this for a trophy and also for the camo. Now keep moving it off his head and onto his body, and then when he wiggles from left to right, he's going to drop his camo like this. Make sure you get it. Make sure you get his camo, because once you defeated him, it'll be gone. That's it, I got it when it popped out his back. Then headshot him 3 times. Once you headshot him 3 times, run back down the way we just came from to the southwest. And that's to trigger him to kind of run up there on the left. He might not run up there. He might run down to southwest. You've got to kind of be a little bit adaptive with this fight. If he runs away, you can try to shoot him in the back or again use a stun grenade. And now he's hiding in his final spot, and I know he's got such a tiny bit of health left. The reason I like to leave it until later when I hold him up is because he's kind of, when his health gets low, he starts laying down more. And it's just easier to hold him up when he's laying down, so it's harder to actually hit him with the cigar gas spray when he's laying down. So the final spot, I know he's got a tiny bit of health left, so 2 more cigar gas sprays, guys, will finish him off. And that's it, yeah, that's the end fight. So yeah, you've got to be quite adaptive with it. Sometimes he might not run in the same spot as he does for me, but timing and position is quite important. Sometimes he'll run the opposite way to where you are, or it kind of depends. But afterwards, once you get control back, so you've got his camo, yeah, make sure you got his camo when you hold him up and he shook it free from him. Like I say, once you trigger that cutscene, the camo will disappear. So now, Isakwe spawn in after the cutscene, do not move, equip the moss camo and the woodland, and then lay down and you'll get a trophy, guys. Or 2 trophies for 100% camo index. Yeah, equip moss ammo and woodland face paint and lay down. Next up, go into photo mode, enter it and then quit out of photo mode, you'll get another trophy. Now it's going to grab a few collectibles. So near where you spawn in, come to the right. Yeah, I think I just want to show you that trophy popped, so I didn't show you it I didn't show you the description during the fight. Yeah, so sneak up on the end and hold him up, basically. Yeah, so this is the Gakko, just near this log on the wall. There it is. Yeah, you can still punch the end, like I said. You can punch him twice and then cigar gas spray him, but I find it a bit tricky to do. That's why I didn't want to do it on this guide. So make sure you grab his sniper rifle. Very important. It's tranquilizer ammo and it does a lot of stamina damage to enemies, so it's going to be useful for bosses later. Yeah, make sure you got his sniper rifle, Mosin Nagant or Nagant. Then come down here, get that Kerotan. That's it. Remember, we've already got the Gakko and the Kerotan back where the boss first spawned. Remember, make sure you got the Gakko, make sure you got Kerotan, and make sure you also got his parrot. We have to eat his parrot for one of the foods, of course. Which have got the Gakko and the parrot, Gakko and the Kerotan in this area. Got a sniper rifle. Now we're going to come to the hill to the north, and then once you get up the mountain to the far north, we're going to follow it west into Sokolov west. In here is going to be a Kerotan and Gakko that we need. So this Kerotan is quite difficult to see. If you have trouble seeing it, I kind of know where to look, but yeah, you can only just see it. You might just want to follow the river to the end. Yeah, by the way, I've actually finished recording this. I get platinum in under 3 hours. Yeah, I did this full run in 1 hour 51 or something like that. Yes, the Kerotan is at the end of the river in like a little crevice, right where the river ends. So if you can't quite see it like I can, I mean, I thought I couldn't see it, but then it's just there it is. So there's the Kerotan for me. Like I say, if you can't see him, you want to be standing in that grass I'm standing in. Same ledge as well. Like I say, just follow the river to the far end and it'll be in a crevice right at the end. Similar to this Gakko coming up. The Gakko is in the crevice at the top of the river, and the Kerotan is in the crevice at the bottom of the river. Yeah, we've got another boss fight. It's 2 boss fights in this video. We've got one at the start and one at the end. Yep. Starts off with a boss fight and ends with a boss fight. Right, there we go, got that Gakko. It would have been nice if the end boss fight was the end boss in this video, I guess. But just how it worked out. I almost did put him at the end of the previous one, but it's about a 7-10 minute fight, so it would have made it a lot longer. Yeah, so once you've got the Gakko and the Kerotan, go back into Sokolov north. And now we're going to take a northeast exit, guys, into a tunnel. We've got a massive ladder coming up. This ladder is hidden loaded screen. I think a lot of the older games, they had big ladders as hidden loaded screens, and this is one of them. I mean, nowadays you kind of see like a long wall you have to shimmy through. Yeah, it'd be like a shimmy now. Games nowadays, yeah, there'd be like a big wall you have to shimmy between or squeeze through a gap, and that'd be like the hidden loader screen. Before, it used to be ladders. So get that Kerotan on the left. Yeah, get a Kerotan, guys, come to a ladder, climb up to the top. So I've actually edited this. This ladder goes on for about 3 minutes, so you'll just see me warp to the top really quick. That's it. So just climb the ladder, guys, and I'll see you at the top. Once out the top, on this pipe, there'll be a Gecko. Yes, there she is. Shoot the Gecko. And that's it. And all I'm doing is, because my suppressor is about to run out, I'm just going to fire a few bullets just so I can use my suppressor, guys, and change it. Remember, if your suppressor runs out when enemies are kind of aware of something, it can trigger an alert. Right, once outside on the mountainside, grab a serum and the other item there if you need them. Going to come along here. Make sure you switch out your camo. Yeah, I think the animal camo works better here. Animal and the desert face. Yeah, surprisingly, yeah, the animal is a better camo. I know, thought it'd be like the desert tiger or something, but no, it's well, desert tiger, we don't even have that, but like a desert type. But yeah, animal camo and desert face, I think. Then you want to come to the southwest corner and then follow the ledge north. We're going to knock out that first guard, and then we're going to kill this vulture. That's it, kill the vulture, guys, and then get that food. So knocked out that guard. There's a guard to the right, but he shouldn't get close enough. Yeah, it's that guard next, just a bit further to the north. So we've got the vulture. Remember, make sure you shoot at a vulture, guys, and get that food. Carry north, passes like a big rock, this mount. The Gecko is on the top there. This big rock in the middle. Yeah, get that Gecko. Then there'll be two more guards on this side of the big rock. So let's get these two guards first. And the Kerotan is on that ledge to the top left. Could just see it briefly then. Yeah, so you knock him out. And let's get the Kerotan. Yes, there she is. Right, and let's get this other guard. And then we'll go beneath this rock and grab the ammo in the middle of it. So like a little crawl space. Right, got it. So it's actually one more guard alive. We don't really need to knock him out. Yeah, so through his crawl space. Yeah, watch out. There's a scorpion there. He might bite you. I think he bit my left cheek there. So I'm just going to cure it. Yeah, for venom poisoning, you need to use a serum. Yes, it's a serum if you get bit by a scorpion. Yeah, doesn't matter what cheek it bites you on, you still need a serum, guys. Just make sure you inject it into the right cheek. Yeah, you don't want both cheeks to be numb. One cheek numb is bad enough. So since you spawn in here, we're going to knock out that guard in front of us, the nearest one. Shoot him twice in the head with the Mark 22. That's it. Then equip your Mosin Nagant sniper rifle. Apologies if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Yeah, this is that sniper which dropped from that last boss we just killed. Sorry, didn't kill, knocked him out, defeated him. So once that first guard, wait until he falls unconscious and then snipe that guard on the left near the cannon. Then come over here to the bottom left corner and you can just see that guard's little head. Take him out next. Of course, we use the Mosin. It's a tranquilizer sniper rifle. Grab all this ammo. Watch out for the scorpion in the middle. Try not to walk near him, so he might poison you. Right, make our way up this mountain next. Check that alcove on the way up for some ammo. Carrying upwards. And then go in this little cave. There's some more ammo inside here. Yeah, just try and build up some ammo again now. Yes, grab all that ammo in there. And the Gecko is going to be in a little crevice on this wall opposite. There it is, covered in a bit of foliage. Yeah, so get that Gecko. That's it, carrying upwards. Now this guard coming up. Yep, if you crawl in front of him, he won't see you. And you can just kind of turn around and shoot him. Yeah, grab an M19 ammo. Carrying up here a bit further. Yeah, so once you get past here, start crawling. Because here should be a guard looking at you. If you took the same time as me. And knock him out. Yep, so just get a little headshot between his eyes. Right, going to come at this ledge on the right. It'll take us to some Mosin Nagant ammo. I feel like every time I'm pronouncing that sniper rifle differently. Yeah, so my suppressor's about to run out, so I'm actually just going to shoot a few times to change it. Because here, you might... You won't make them alert, but you might make them notice something. So you do not want your weapon to run out of suppressor when it does. Yeah, grab that Mosin sniper rifle ammo. Then first knock out that guard. They're quite far away, so shoot them twice in the head. And the same with this dude as well. Shoot him twice in the head. Then wait for him to fall unconscious. Shoot that Kerotan as well. On that far right building. Yeah, Kerotan is on the top, that small kind of like brick shack on the far right. So we've got the Kerotan. Wait for both his enemies to fall unconscious. That's it, and then drop down. Now it's one more enemy hidden on the far left. Yeah, hidden on the far left. So be very careful with this guy. Sometimes he might notice something, go to investigate, sometimes he won't, depends. But yeah, if you want to be safe, just come and get rid of him first. There she is. That's it, see, because she's slamming him. Or just shoot him in the head if you want to play it a bit safer. Now we're going to come into this shack beneath the Kerotan and grab the Russian rations inside it. 3 rations, and because rations do not go bad, similar to the Pain Hornet's Nest and the instant noodles and calorie mates. I'm just going to eat something else to make space for them.
This is horrible.
Yeah, we're going to be using spider camo quite a lot now going forward. So you always want to make sure you kind of got some good food in order to refill your stamina quickly.
No good.
Yeah, spider camo is really good. Yeah, of course on New Game Plus you'd have the at camo which doubles your camo index. But if you double the spider camo, it can only double to 100%. And it's most time at 70 or 80%. So the at camo doesn't really do that much. That's why I don't think New Game Plus makes a massive difference.
I've had enough.
Right, I just eat the parrot as well. Get that one out of the way. Yeah, remember you need to eat every food and also catch every food as well for the food collection. Right, so once got the Russian rations, guys, got everything in that area. Coming to the next one, the mountaintop. Yep, I'll just stick to the second word there. Right, so in here, equip the spider camo. Now you want to be quick here and keep on my kind of path, or enemies might spot you. So you make way up here, but kind of keep right slightly. That's it. Once you get past this bridge, you want to roll down. Like I say, kind of keep right on that path I was taking. You roll into a trench, then we're going to go into this like little building. Grab all the ammo inside. That's it. Just make a quick kind of detour in there. Run around in a circle, come back out. Climb this ledge on the right. Again, come up here, but kind of try to keep right a bit. Now, see that enemy up there? Roll off just before you get to him. That's into a trench. And up here, and that's it, we're good. Easy, we didn't even need the at camo, did we? Spider camo is good enough. You just need food to get your stamina back, that's all. But you'd be collecting food anyway, even on New Game Plus. Right, so come into Mountaintop Ruins. Once you get in it, it'll trigger a cutscene. Just before you come in, you might want to unequip the spider ammo. If not, just unequip it afterwards. Remember, it drains your stamina really fast. So only equip when you need it. Yeah, so a bunch of cutscenes. Yep, after the cutscenes, there'll be a Gecko and a Kerotan. The Kerotan is on the tower, straight ahead of you. Yeah, I'm sure you know exactly what tower I'm talking about. That big tall one in the distance. It's made of metal. Yeah, that one with all the lights around it. Right, so Kerotan. And there she is, just above the 07 on it. That's it, got Kerotan. And the Gecko is down here on the rocks, guys. In front of you. There it is. Right, we've got the Gecko and the Kerotan. Let's go back into the previous room. We're not going to go back into the mountaintop. This is actually like the ruins. There's a lot of things. 2 rooms, but a lot of things in here. So grab the noodles first. Yeah, yummy noodles. They do not go bad. And get ready. There's a scorpion down here. We want to catch this scorpion. There is. We could have gone an earlier one. I'd like to get this one because no enemies near. So there's no pressure in terms of time. Yeah, grab the other ammo in there. Make sure you've got the scorpion food, of course. Now, I wasn't about to go to sleep. I meant to go underneath it. Don't quite know why he would lay it on the top. Yeah, grab the ammo beneath the bed. Stand up. And then shoot the Gecko outside that hole in the roof. And the Kerotan on the shelf. And of course, make sure you got the scorpion guy's food. We've got the Gecko, we've got the Kerotan. Let's head outside. Yes, I'm running out of space again. Okay, so once you get back into the mountaintop, there's a few new enemies around. So again, we're going to equip the spider camo and we want to be fast before the enemies move around too fast. We're now going to shoot the Gecko and Kerotan in this area. I avoided them earlier just because it's easier to shoot them now. You know, when you're going down the mountain as opposed to going up it. Right, so yes, spider camo. Quickly run forward and climb the first ledge near the first cannon. That's it. Then once you climb up, you're going to crawl over to the left side of the cannon. And we're going to shoot the 2 collectibles and then go into the next door. Yes, there's an enemy on the right. It will climb up to you eventually, so be quick doing this. Reload if you need to. So shoot that Kerotan down there, you see? That's it. Use the M19 silence, so it's more accurate. And then shoot that Gecko behind you. Yes, so silence. The Kerotan is down the hill on the left. And the Gecko is on the hill behind you, just above the metal sheet. Then drop down a few ledges. and then we're going to come this red door next. As you can see, that's how my records look. We can unlock this door now that we've got the key from that cutscene. Right, we've got a boss fight coming up. No enemies near until we get to the boss. Right, so you want the black face and the olive drab uniform. Olive drab uniform and the black face. I mean, if you're on New Game Plus, probably something better you can use. But basically, I'm trying to get as good camera index as I can in this room. You'll find out why coming up. My strategy is quite different to a lot of other guys you might see. My strategy here is a lot safer. I'm surprised a lot of other videos don't do this. It's a very, very safe strategy.
This is horrible.
Yeah, all the other guys I see on this are just basically running around in a circle, trying to avoid him. But yeah, I really like this one. It's a very consistent strategy, for the most part anyway. So come down here, grab the ammo. Sometimes Mark 22 ammo spawns down there. I think it depends what you're lowest on. There'll be M19, Mark 22. Carrying along this corridor, go right. Now shooting the barrels, there'll be a battery behind him, and we'll also grab the ammo there in a minute. Let's get our Kerotan first. That Kerotan is in the distance on that pipe, so make sure you get that. You get the Gakko during the boss fight. So yeah, make sure you got the olive drab uniform equipped, guys. The black face paint, and you also want the Mosin Nigent sniper rifle. Yeah, we're going to use that for this boss. And if you get set on fire at any point, guys, just quickly change your uniform and change back, and that put the fire out. Right, climb down this ladder, and we should be good to go. So make sure you do not forget to get these collectibles. Once you defeat this boss, you cannot come back here. Right, so as soon as you get control back, after the cutscene, spin around, come down here, go right, come around the corner near the ladder we just came down, and there's a Gakko. I have tried shooting this from above before you trigger the boss fight. I couldn't reach it at all. I tried lobbing grenades, try and get around the corner, I just couldn't hit it. But once you've got the Gakko, reload the safe, that's it. Now run forwards, go left, climb up here. Now this is kind of where we're going to camp. So first of all, let's just see where the boss is. He'll move around to begin with. But when you are in line with him, make sure you're crawling. So it obviously gives you better camera index. Right, so I'm looking for him. Now you want to shoot him 3 times quickly with the Mosin sniper rifle. And you need to make sure you unequip and equip again to reload quicker. But don't spam it. Wait until the reticle comes back down. That's it. And shoot him in the chest 3 times. That's what you want to do. So shoot, wait for it to drop back down, shoot again, wait for it to drop back down, shoot again. 3 times. You'll know because his health bar will go dark. Then crawl over here near the door. So for some reason, when you're over here near the door, the exit door, he does not come over to you, and he does not spray fire here either, unless he sees you. So what I like to do, I just like to camp here. Sometimes I'll go out if he's just nowhere nearby. But a lot of times he'll come up here and he'll run from left to right. And he'll kind of stand in front of you. Then he'll start spinning around. And if you're quick, you can get him then. Because each time shooting 3 times and knock down the health bar, he'll fly away. And he'll start going a bit crazy, spraying everywhere. He'll get a bit erratic. So again, just shot him 3 times and quickly came down here. You can shoot him in the tank, but do not go for headshots. His headshot is invulnerable. Yeah, he's got like a bulletproof helmet on. Yeah, it's not just there for show, guys. That is a bulletproof globe he's wearing, or fishbowl, whatever you want to call it. So once you get him to about half health, he'll start going a bit more crazy. So you might want to stay in here at that point. You can move out a little bit when his health's a bit higher. But yeah, like I say, he starts going a little bit mad when he gets about half HP. So you've got to be really careful. Yeah, so occasionally he'll do this. He'll run past you and be ready. You can quickly hit him 3 times. If you don't knock him down, by the way, he'll normally get a chance to spray you. So this is why you got to be quick. Not too quick, like I say, because if you're too quick, when you shoot one time, the recoil will put your aim above his head. You've got to wait for the recoil to drop back down, so you're back on his chest. Or his tank, you can shoot him in his tank, just not his head. So just one more round, or 3 more shots, and that should be it. Yeah, apparently it's where if you keep shooting him in his chest, it weakens his armor there, so your bullets will start doing more damage. Apparently in the official guide it says that. Oh, and another thing, you know, on the end boss fight, it doesn't work on extreme, but if you open the map and do the Konami code, it makes his location appear. If you do it on extreme, you just get some dialogue and he's like, he tells you to stop cheating. Yeah, but on extreme it don't work. But yeah, I think on very easy, maybe normal. Yeah, you put the Konami code in on the map screen during the end fight and it shows where he is, which is pretty cool, I thought. Shame it doesn't work on extreme. Konami code, I think, if I remember, it's up, down, left, right, and then square, triangle, something like that. But yeah, got him. You didn't even get a chance to put me on fire. Houston, we had a problem. Not no longer. So yeah, olive drab and the black face gives you best camo in that area. Yeah, that's my record. So since you spawn in, grab the fire camo on your left. You get that when you knock him out by defeating him. So grab the fire camo. Make sure you do not miss that, guys. Come forward, grab any ammo in front of you. Disinfect. I don't need the mossy no more for now. Grab the suppressor for the Mark 22. Yeah, grab the ointment and this if you need him, the bandage. Climb the ladder, guys. And once up here, we're going to make a save, and that'll be it for part 4. So yeah, 3 more parts to go. Yeah, like I say, I've recorded all this. Platinum, well not platinum, but I finished this playthrough, this Foxhound, in about 2 hours. I think it's actually about 2 hours. I did actually write it down. Can I quickly check before this video ends? 2 hours 51 and 4 seconds. So you got like about 2 hours to spare following my route. So I'm going to make a save. I'll show you my records, guys. That'll be it for part 4. And I'll see you tomorrow in part 5. Remember, check the guide to say if you want to look ahead or anything like that. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Hey, welcome to part 5. We're going to be getting an outfit very, very shortly, which practically makes us invisible. We're going to grab that as soon as we can, and then get all the collectibles in this area. If anyone advised you to get the collectibles first, and then the outfit which makes you invisible, they're doing it completely wrong. You know, I'd understand if the invisible suit was like really hard to get or it's really far away, but it's not. You can literally get it within about a minute of starting this new area, guys. So first of all, we're going to put on the spider camo, because for the time being, it's going to give us the best camo index, unless of course you're new game plus, then you could probably have the camo and something else. But you're going to come over here. Now in the western hangar, I think it's hangar 67, the doors can be slightly open, that one there. The Kerotan will be just inside. So equip the silenced M19 and shoot that. So Kerotan inside hangar 67, and the Gakko is on the top there, guys, in the vehicle on hangar 65. Shoot the Kerotan, shoot the Gakko, and then come through into Grad northeast. Once in northeast, spin around behind you, come along this, I was going to say north then, but I mean this narrow passage. Follow it around the corner, knock out this guard. Provided you've got the spider camo on, you should be able to do this the same way I'm doing. Like I say, so make sure you keep your stamina quite high. Drain stamina really fast. And as soon as we go into this next room, we need to quickly knock out this specific enemy. Very specific enemy. It has to be this same person, Rakoff. He's got blonde hair, he's got a captain's hat on and officer's uniform. So straight away, as soon as you come in, we're going to run around the corner, over here, and see that guy on this second walkway. Shoot him in his body quickly before he walks too far. He's actually walked too far for me now. And what you normally do, you shoot him in his body, then when he turns around to look at you, you headshot him. The reason you wait for him to look at you is because then he's more likely to fall forward. But if he's facing the doorway, he'll fall into the doorway and open it, and then when you go and grab him like this, all the scientists will see you. Just like that. So if it happens, like it just did for me, reload your safe, guys, and go again. So straight away, come over here. Try to shoot him in his belly quickly. Just get his attention, make him turn around. Like I say, when he's facing you, headshot him. There you go. I mean, it weren't always, but most time. You see, then he kind of fell down on the spot. Didn't fall forward towards the door. So now you go back up to him. You've got to be quick. Now you're going to drag him back into the previous room. So I can see now the door's not open, so scientists cannot see me. So yes, drag him back into here. It has to be this person, Rakoff. It has to be him, by the way. Drag him all the way in here and into the locker room, guys, and trigger a cutscene, and then you get his outfit. Yes, you put on this outfit and also his face mask, and you're pretty much invincible. You can even punch the enemies, kick them in the nuts, anything you can think of, guys, and they will not be alerted. Yeah, they're very, very disciplined, all these soldiers around here. They will not talk back to their superior. So yes, once coming here, the big cutscene. So we've now got that uniform, but first, I'm going to come back in here, I'm going to shoot his Kerotan. There it is. Remember, when you've got this officer's uniform on, you can't equip any weapons. Only the handkerchief and the gas spray. So yeah, shoot that Kerotan. I'm going to my camouflage menu. So on the officer's uniform, it's going to be a bit more food because my stamina's dropping a little bit. Yeah, don't worry about eating all your food, guys. You're going to lose it all soon. Yeah, so put on the officer uniform and the Rakoff mask. There it is. I believe it's Rakoff in it. Right, so now nobody can recognise you, even if you punch them, like I say. Stick your hand between the cheeks and spread it, whatever you want to do, they'll not be alerted. So coming in next, grab the Scorpion, roll up here. Yeah, I'm just getting all this ammo while in here. So grab the Scorpion. You can either climb on the crate or just roll across like I did. It's a bit quicker. Yeah, grab the suppressor and all the ammo. And the Gecko is over here. Now be very, very careful. You can't kick it, unfortunately. Every time I try to kick it, I miss. So you need to quickly equip the spider uniform, shoot that Gecko at the back. There you go. And then go back to your officer uniform quickly. Yeah, that's all you need to do. So you've got a Gecko, got the Kerotan. Now go back into the previous area, Grad Northeast. Now we can get collectibles with absolutely no danger. Of course, you still got to equip a weapon sometimes, and you have to change your uniform. But just make sure the enemy's not close by. Yeah, so I gave you a good little example then. I completely knocked him out by diving into his torso. And nothing happened. She's got back up, saluted me, carried on as normal. So in Grad Northwest next. Yeah, so as soon as you spawn in, do not move, equip any outfit and shoot that Gecko on that tank. Second tank to the right. Yeah, change outfit, shoot the Gecko, switch back to the officer and then come up here. Now Kerotan is just above that stairwell on the left. Just be careful of that a guard walking down in the middle. So I normally climb up here, like so. Crouch, switch to spider camo, quickly shoot that Kerotan on them steps. There you go, then quickly switch back. You should be okay. That's it, so we've got Gecko and Kerotan in this area. Next up we come around here. Going to grab 2 new weapons and a bunch of ammo. One of these weapons, the M63, can be good for shooting them from some collectibles on the bike chase sequence. Yes, grab the M63 and the XM16. Grab them, grab the ammo, and then we'll go back into the previous area. Yeah, it's a shame you can't. Imagine if you could like carry this across to New Game Plus. That'd be nice. Well, I guess it can't be considered a stealth camo in a way. So you're pretty much invincible. But stealth camo does not let you do that. Run inside enemies and not get triggered. Yeah, so back in this, so we're getting all the collectibles now within these few areas. So once back in Grad Northeast, we're going to kind of come north and then right, carry on east, and go in the far southeast doorway next. Yeah, there is a collectible in this area, but we're going to grab it a bit later. The Kerotan is in a crawl space. We'll get that by going and do it from the other room, because the crawl space is a shorter distance than to travel. So yes, in here, Grad Southeast. Yeah, so you're going to go up steps in front onto the roof, and then from the roof you can grab the book. Yep, grab that colouring book on there. We'll get the crayons later. Yeah, so grab that one and then equip any outfit, shoot that Kerotan on the corner of the roof and that Gecko on that kind of speaker post over there. Yeah, so shoot the Gecko on the lamp and the Kerotan on the corner of the roof. Once you've got them, like I say, make sure you got the book, roll off to the north and then come into this crawl space. That's it, in the crawl space, kind of need to come back on yourself the way you just came. Come to the end here, go right and this will take you back into northeast, I think it is. Yeah, like I say, I'll come this way because I think it's a little bit quicker to come from this direction. Yeah, so come down here. And I don't think you can shoot this from the top. I think I'm going to have to try before to shoot this from a vent on the top. I don't think you can reach it. I'm sure I've tried it. Yeah, so carry on forward. And then turn left and you see the Kerotan. Yeah, so shoot that. That's it. Then crawl back into the previous area. Yeah, the next video is pretty much going to be, there's going to be one boss fight almost, and no, it's going to be 2 or 3 boss fights. We're going to have the bike chase. Yeah, the bike chase takes a lot of time, and I was hoping, if any of you played the original, how you'll remember how bad it is shooting them Kerotans on the bike chase. I was hoping they would have made it better on this remake, but it's just as bad as I remembered it. Yeah, fortunately, shooting the Kerotans with modernised controls is no better. It's still just as bad as what it was previously. Honestly, I think they should have took the Kerotans out of the bike chase. It kind of ruins it a bit, because you worry too much about trying to shoot them, and it kind of just ruins the gameplay of it, I guess, a bit. But yeah, once you come back to Northeast, guys, stay where you are, go to any uniform, stand on your tippy toes, and shoot that Gecko on the corner of the barbed wire fence. That's it. So we've got a Gecko and a Kerotan in this area, and then go back into the labs. Yep, lab east wing. Yeah, ready to continue forward now. Yeah, fortunately, that's all you get to do in the officer's uniform, pretty much. But it makes it really easy to get all them collectibles, grab all the loot in the area. Yeah, a lot of guides do not advise you to get this uniform. They want you to get all the collectibles when you don't have it, so you've got to be careful getting spotted. When you can just come here, get this first, and then go and get them. I don't know why some of them do it that way, but it is what it is. Yeah, so continue along this corridor. And we're going to lose all our food in a minute, so in a second we're going to eat everything. But first of all, yes, come into the West Wing corridor. Now we've got to shoot the Kerotan, which is on your left. Quickly equip the spider uniform. Shoot that Kerotan on that speaker post over there. There's the Kerotan, and the Gecko is in the window over there, just to the left of the guards. That's it. Shoot the Kerotan, shoot the Gecko, come back in here. So you normally have to come to this room, go back out, and come back in anyway. Right, back to officer uniform. We'll go back in, and then we're going to eat all our food. Yeah, make sure you do this first before you approach the guards, guys, after coming back in here second time. Very important. So eat everything. You can save the Tsuchinoko. The Tsuchinoko, yep, you can save that. That will stay with you, but everything else will be gone. Yeah, the Tsuchinoko, if it's alive, it will stay with you. If it's dead, you might want to eat it. Yeah, if it's alive, it should stay with you. So yeah, you can eat everything else. I mean, I've eaten everything at least once, so I know I don't need to eat them anymore. So I've already eaten that food item. That's it. Approach these. You'll salute them. They'll salute back. Carry forward, and now there'll be about 5 or 6 cutscenes. At the end of it, there'll be like a little torture sequence. I have speeded up the torture sequence a bit, so you're going to see like a little edit. Because torture sequence, you have to watch it for about well, you don't actually watch it, you watch a black screen for about 3 minutes, and you just hear the sound effects. So I've skipped past that bit, and we'll wake up right in the cell. There's a lot of different ways you can get through the cell area. You can use fake pill. Yeah, quite a few ways to do it. But the way I do it is because I like to get a trophy out of the way at the same time if you have not done so already. So you're going to grab the fork. You're going to use the fork to cure yourself. That's it, use the fork to take out a fake death pill and the transmitter. Once taking them out, grab the fake death pill which drops. Now you're going to stand near the gate, like so, stand in the middle. Then you're going to open your cure menu. You're going to spin around 15 times. Yeah, so 15 times. That's all you got to do. And then when you leave the inventory, you'll puke up, you'll get a trophy, and the guard will also open the gate. Now when you punch this guard, make sure you punch him before you go out the gate for the first time. If you go out the gate when he's not stunned, it will trigger an alert. So you've got to kind of punch him from where you're standing when the gate opens. Then as he's kind of stunned and staggering back, you move forward a bit and then punch him again. But try not to do a punch kick so it will knock him down. So punch, move forward, punch, move forward, punch, move forward, and then punch, kick. So you do 3 punch combos. So punch, punch, and then it's a punch, kick that knock him out. Yeah, do not spam the buttons and you'll do a kick. Just do 2 punches, let go, 2 punches, let go, 2 punches, let go, and then punch, kick. That's it. Then you pick him up twice. He'll drop smoke grenades the first time. Second time he'll drop noodles. We want to eat them noodles because our stamina's really bad. If not, when you're outside, your belly will keep groaning and the guards will hear you more likely. Yeah, it's very important you get that food, and of course smoke grenades. Now you're going to use smoke grenades to hit that Kerotan. Just lob a smoke grenade at it directly, and then come this room in the corner, guys, and lob a smoke grenade at that Gecko on the shelf. That's it. Got 2 collectibles in here. Nice easy way to do that. Right, once you're done, come outside. Now you don't have any uniforms, so you've got to be very careful. Just wait for that guard to turn around. Yes, if you didn't eat that food right now, your belly would randomly groan, and these enemies can hear it, especially on extreme difficulty. I know because I tried it when I routed this before in the original. So once he turns around, come to this wall, follow it down here. Then when you get to the second set of barrels, you want to crouch, and then wait for that guard nearby, this guard here, to walk down towards you and then face back the way you came. Once you face back the way you came, you can walk back to the wall, then continue forward, get behind him, and go to crawl space, like so. Nice, easy way to do that. But like I say, if your belly was groaning, he'd probably hear you. Yeah, it's nothing louder than a hungry stomach. That's it. Once you're in northeast, all we will do now is turn left and run all the way to the far door. There will be an enemy on the right. He will notice something, but he won't quite be able to see where it is. Yeah, just seeing a outline, a silhouette of a human. Right in here, follow my instructions very, very closely. So straight away, head forward. You see that vehicle on the left? Try to stay in line with the right side of it, and you want this enemy at the end there, between the tanks. Yeah, the enemy at the end between the tanks. Make sure he notices something. Then when you get to his fence, crouch, come to the end. You see that enemy kind of walk down the middle of the tanks. There he goes. Now when you get to that dog and behind this last tank, walk to the tank, otherwise you'll wake up the dog. Then once the tank, go around it, come to this fence, follow this fence and the wall around here. You'll avoid that enemy walking down the middle. Then run straight across to this guy. Now you need to knock this guy out. So again, punch, 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 kick. That's it. Now do not go in the gratings because it will make a lot of noise. Come around the grating to avoid waking up that dog. That's it. Around here. And that's it. Easy. And then crouch, crawl beneath this pipe, sorry, and then go down the ladder. That's pretty much the same. I did it on the original. The same strategy still works really well. I do remember playing about that a lot on the original, but I didn't really have to do it much here because my old strategy pretty much worked the same almost. Right, so once you come down the ladder, we want to get the SAA ammo, very important. It's going to allow us to get a collectible earlier than what you should do normally. Yeah, grab that SAA ammo there, very important. You can grab this live medicine if you want, but remember, do not use live medicine because it will void the Foxhound trophy. Then come down the steps. Once you get a bit lower, you can roll off. Don't roll off near the top because you'll take too much damage. That's it. And then come along here, guys, to the end. Oh, sorry, I said there was no boss fight in this video. There is actually one boss fight. I guess you wouldn't really call him a boss. You'll find out why coming up. I mean, I didn't even remember because he just does not feel like a boss at all. He technically is one, but like I say, it's not really a normal boss fight where you have to fight, attack, things like that. So go through this crawl space in the far left corner. You need to be quick here because dogs will be spawning and they'll hunt your ass down. So yeah, be quick. So once through that crawl space, back in the middle part, come on the ledge on the right, follow it to the far right, go through this crawl space next. Yeah, be very quick, guys. These dogs, very, very hungry. You can probably hear their bellies growing in as well. Yeah, go through this crawl space, get back to the middle, but further on, of course. And there it is. We can see light at the end of the tunnel. Carry on to the end, and hopefully you can get through, guys, before any dogs catch up to you. Just like so. So this is that boss fight I mentioned. So yes, this is the Sorrow. So what happens with this is any enemies you defeated in the game, or sorry, killed, they spawn it as like ghosts. But the bosses do anyway, even if you did knock them out, they still appear here. I think normal enemies, if you killed them, I think they appear. But bosses appear whether you killed them or knocked them out. That's where you see all the boss enemies. So yes, all you need to do, just to walk to the end. You can't dive and swim that way, because something will hold you back. You can dive to avoid this kind of like shockwave attacks. It'll kind of like throw like a beam at you. And it's not a beam, it's kind of like a wave weapon type thing. And it'll come towards you, and you have to dive to avoid it. You can walk left or right to avoid it, but it's more tricky that way. If you're just a little bit too late, it won't work. But diving is a very consistent way to avoid it. And the bosses, when they appear, try not to touch them, because when you come into contact with them, they'll drain your HP. You can punch them to kind of stun them for a moment, and then keep walking. But normally when you stop to punch, it slows you down as well. It allows them to get closer. So just try to walk left or right, or kind of bait them to one side. And then as they get really close to you, walk to the other side to get around them. That normally works quite well. But yeah, just keep walking to the end. And tomorrow, he'll stop right at the end in the middle, near a corpse. And once you approach that corpse, you kind of die in a way. It's not really a death, but you see what I mean. And you have to use the revival pill to get back up, and that way you get his camo. Yeah, so as you saw then, I dived to avoid his attack. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to end this boss fight, but if you want to get his camo, you have to do it properly. Go all the way to the end, guys. Fall down, use a revival pill, and that's how you get his camo. His camo will be automatically in your inventory later on when you get your backpack back. Yes, it'll be the spirit camo. Yeah, it's that kind of like wave energy thing he lobs at you. Yeah, just dive, guys, to avoid it. I guess the parrot still spawns. Yeah, there's no piranhas or anything like that. All the fish look like dead. Yeah, shame you can't move a bit faster. It'd be nice if you had like an outfit which made you walk faster in water. There seems to be an outfit for everything else, but not for moving faster in water. Yeah, after this we'll kind of be in the jungle again. We'll go through a tunnel. After the tunnel, we're going to kind of be back in that base, which is in a moment ago. We're going to go in the back of a truck and switch out to a cardboard box. And then it'll warp you to another area, similar to the Metal Gear Solid, like the first games. Well, like all the games. I mean, all the games have a cardboard box, which you can use to transport you. But yeah, we'll be doing that in a second. I guess at least you can see if it works. If you are new to Metal Gear Solid, you might not know about them. Yeah, pretty much every Metal Gear Solid, you can equip a cardboard box in a specific place, and it will teleport you. Cardboard boxes, you have a lot of uses, but yeah, that's just one of them. I actually mentioned Metal Gear Solid 2. I think Metal Gear Solid 2 is my favourite one, if I'm honest. Yeah, I know a lot of players, a lot of Metal Gear Solid fans, number 2 isn't generally the favourite, but I think it is mine actually. I enjoy all the like corridor based gameplay in it, you know, some used like survival horror, which is very, very kind of like corridor based. Yeah, so once that happens, guys, approach a corpse, and once you get the game over screen, use the revival pill, and that will end the boss fight. Very important to do it that way. Like I say, approach that corpse in the middle, you'll fall down, use the revival pill, and that's it. You get a bunch of cutscenes, and they'll be in this jungle. So with that SAA ammo we've got, we're going to spin around and shoot that Kerotan behind us. If you've got a smoke grenade, you could do that as well if you've still got one left. So yeah, shoot the Kerotan behind you guys when you spawn in this jungle. Make way up here on the right, go across a log to get into the upper part of the river, and then make way all the way to the end. Now the Gecko is just to the left of the waterfall, just near the far exit. We'll get that and we'll carry on into the next area. There'll be a cutscene and you're going to get all your equipment back, but not your food. Yeah, like I was saying, you lose all your food, so you get everything back except for your food. And like I say, the Tsuchinoko for some reason spawns outside here. So get that Gecko on the left side of the waterfall, then try to go behind it to trigger a cutscene. Yes, when you go beyond the waterfall, you'll get to the area called Behind Waterfall. Yes, you can make it safe if you want to. So the Spirit Camo will now be in your camouflage equipment menu.
The Shagohod.
I think I did quickly just show you where it should be, just so you can confirm that you received it. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 2 is my favourite thing. Anybody agree with me? Like Metal Gear Solid 2 the best? Yeah, like I said, I think mainly because of the corridor, the tight corridors in it and things like that. I think that's what I like about it. Yeah, so Spirit Uniform, that's it. That's the one you should have just unlocked. So make sure that's in your inventory. Right, then go back in. Yeah, this place is not called In Front of Waterfall. It's called Tigorgornage or something. Cannot pronounce that for the life of me. But yeah, once you're back here, now you're going to grab a few collectibles, grab the Tsuchinoko. We've got the Gecko and the Kerotan, of course, already in the stream. So there's a camo, and it's at the bottom of the waterfall. So go back to your normal weapon, Smart 22 and the M19. Got thermal goggles, it makes it easier to see his camo in the water. So swim down to the bottom, and there it is. The Kabuki face paint. Once you've got that, swim back up. Now the Tsuchinoko, it will be just over here, near this first kind of tree. Yeah, it'll just be moving around on the floor. Very, very weird snake, these guys. It's a snake with no tail. So yeah, Tsuchinoko again. So I'm going to capture it alive by using the Mark 22. Yep, and this should be the final bird we need. So come around here, and on this log is 2 blackbirds. Going to shoot one of them and capture it. That'll be the Sunder Whistling Thrush. Yep, bird E. Yeah, so that's bird E. Once got that, to go back into the previous room. Yep, behind the waterfall again. So you've got the camo, you've got a Tsuchinoko, which you captured alive, and you've also got the bird E, the Sunder Whistling Thrush. Yeah, so back in here be loads of ammo. So grab a suppressor from the Mark 22. Carry forward. In the first alcove on the right near the cage, you get a suppressor for the M19. In the second one on the right, There'll be a styptic, and the Gecko is behind this gate. Make sure you're standing close to it, otherwise you might not be able to shoot through the little mesh. Yeah, stand close to it, shoot the Gecko behind. Carry on along the tunnel, grab the Mark 22 coming up on your left. Carry on to the end and you'll find cardboard box B, which we want in a second. Cardboard box B, M19 ammo. Come this red door, grab the ration, the Mark 22 ammo in the corner, and the Kerotan is on that pipe. Get that before you climb the ladder. So we've got the Kerotan, we've got a Gecko, guys. Now let's climb up the ladder. Yes, this will take you back up to the area with the tanks. As soon as you spawn in, you're going to spin around and you're going to shoot the dog behind you, because you're going to run past it in seconds. So it's just easier to shoot it. You're going to equip the spider camo as well. Yes, that dog in the corner, shoot it. You might want to use some M19 and just kill it. That's it. Once you've got the dog, continue along here. Make sure you've got plenty of stamina, guys, so the spider uniform's actually working. So follow the fence again. That's it, back to the main part of the road. And see that truck up ahead on the right? I'm going to get in the back of it and equip the cardboard box B. And that's how my record is looking at the moment. So cardboard box B, and that will take you to the main wing. I think it is. Sorry, hangar. So box B, it says hangar, but it actually takes you to the main wing. I don't know why it's called hangar, but it actually takes you to the main wing. But yes, equip cardboard box B, the one labelled hangar. Equip it in this truck. You get teleported to the main wing. Since you spawn in, there'll be a codec call. You don't have to do this. I mean, you can just go the normal way on foot, but it allows you to avoid all the enemies. Right, so once you spawn in, grab the Mosin ammo in front of you. 10 ammo for that. You can change uniforms now. You don't need a spider on for the time being. Right, come this first set of steps, and the Gecko is on that beams going along the roof. Equip the M19 so it's more accurate. Just eating some food there to refill my stamina. So see that Gecko just up there, guys. Shoot that next. There we go, got it. Of course, make sure your weapon is silenced. Carrying up the next set of steps, go in this door opposite. Go left to find yourself back in the room with the lockers. Now going to grab some items from here, then go back into that room and save the game. So the first ration is in the third locker on the left. Third locker on the left is a ration. Now in the third row, the second locker with the red band will be the sneaking uniform. Now in the same row, but the fourth locker, you'll find another ration. And then on the fourth row in the second locker will be the maintenance uniform. Grab that one next. And that's all we want from here. So 2 rations and 2 outfits. And in this next room, guys, you're going to want the maintenance uniform. You're going to want that. You're going to want no face paint. And you're going to want the handkerchief and the C3 bombs equipped. Handkerchief and C3 bombs. Once ready, come in here, back into the main wing. And we're going to save that game, guys, and that'll be it for part 5. So what's left to do is 2 videos. The boss fight on this next one pretty much starts within the first few minutes, and then it's going to be a bike chase until the end of the video. And then the final one's going to be quite short, actually. So make a save, and I'll show you my records as normal. You can just make sure you're on track and everything, remember. Make sure you have not got any human kills, any alerts, anything like that. But I'll leave it there for part 5, guys. 2 more to go, so I'll see you on part 6 tomorrow. Hey, welcome to part 6, guys. So we're in the weapons lab, the main wing. And we've got this area to complete, then we've got a boss fight, and we've got all the motorbike levels coming up, which are probably the worst levels in the game, if I'm honest. But make sure you've got the maintenance uniform on. You want the handkerchief. And you want no face paint. And if you don't have handkerchief, you can just use your cigar gas spray if you still have it. Or unequip your uniform when we need to, and just knock out the guard quickly if you're Mark 22 and then go back. But roll over that railing, come up here. Do not roll or anything in front of guards because they will notice you. Come to this first tank, place a C3 on it, like so. Make sure nobody sees you do it. Then hide behind this cargo in the middle. You see that scientist, not scientist, the maintenance worker, just down that slope, just walk past. Wait until he walks up the slope and past this cargo. There you go, because he can see your face. The guards can't see your face, but they will recognise you if you roll in front of them or something. But try not to look at the maintenance workers. Now there's the second tank. Put C3 on that one as well. 2 down and then 2 left to go. Come over here next between these vehicles. There'll be another one over here on the right. Again, make sure the guard does not see you do this. Yes, that's number 3. One more to go, but we've still got to get a Kerotan. We got a Gecko just near the end of the last video. We're going to get a Kerotan now. So sometimes there's a guard, not a guard, but it's a worker on the top of that slope. Make sure he's not looking at you. Now knock out that enemy by just equipping the handkerchief, holding L2 when I'm behind him, and that'll knock him out. And then quickly change uniform, get a Kerotan, like so. Go back to the maintenance worker, come behind this, and you can see that worker just up there on that slope. Yeah, that's where he can spawn. So he normally walks across and he can look if you take too long. And what I'm doing now is I'm just going to get my equipment ready for the next boss. Because once we place this 4th and final C3, there's going to be cutscenes and then go straight into a boss fight. So you want to equip the sneaking uniform for this boss fight. Yes, and you want the Mark 22 and the M19, of course. That's it. So once you're ready, like I say, sneaking uniform, Mark 22, M19, and then place final C3. So this fight, he'll try to hit you with a electric attack whenever you equip a weapon. So when you try and shoot these collectibles, because you've got your weapon out, he'll keep trying to zap you with electric, which will like knock you down, and also it takes all your current ammunition in your magazine. So there's the first Kerotan, just on the left. Yeah, so hit it with that. As you can see, it takes all your ammo. So we've got Kerotan, and the Gecko is on this little cage on this side of the room. That's it. So once I've got collectibles, I'm going to now reload, get all my ammo back, and then we do it as normal. Now you have got to get a missed trophy here as well. You don't have to get it here, but it's a nice easy spot. And that's for using a knife to take out a bullet. This enemy will sometimes do like bullet attacks, and if they hit you, they will cause a serious injury. Then you get it out with your knife, guys, and you get a trophy. But for first stage, like I say, if you equip a weapon, he's going to always do the same attack. And with this guy, you kind of have to run up and melee him. You can only shoot him from behind, but it's tricky to get behind. Yeah, but every time after you knock him down the first time and roll over him. Yes, every time you knock him down, roll over him, so do another bit damage. And all we're going to do for this first stage, so you take out your weapon, but wait till he's standing up. That's it, take out your weapon. Once he stood up, and he's doing that electric attack, unequip it, run around him to avoid it. Lob him on the floor, guys, roll over him. And that's it, just keep doing that. So again, wait for him to stand up, equip your weapon, electric attack, unequip it, run around him to avoid it, throw him on the floor, roll over him, and that's it, until he's got half stamina left. There'll be a cutscene, and then his second phase will begin. It's a bit tricky on his second phase because that electric attack becomes upgraded. He'll then do 3 rays of electric. Yeah, but it works really well for the first stage. And now he'll probably do his bullet attack more often. I'll let you know what one in a minute. So straight away in his second phase, you want to crouch. Whenever he does that attack, where he puts his hand above his head, and the electric is between both his hands, you're going to crouch, lay down, because he's going to shoot bullets everywhere. But if you lay down, they will miss you. And they're just same thing again. It's a bit more tricky now. Your timing has to be a bit better. Sometimes you do CQC and you push them in front of you, just almost straight after they'll try to kick you again, and if you're quick, you can press R2 to grab him again and lob him down. But yeah, same thing. And do not do this when his body is all covered in electric, by the way. If his whole body is covered in electric, then of course you're going to get damaged when you try to throw him. And after so much stamina's gone, he'll jump in the corner and he'll shoot his gun like so. Now when he does that, try get hit by at least one, probably near the end of the attack, and then use your knife and everything else to get the bullet out, and that'll get your trophy. Yes, make sure you do use your knife as well as everything else. There you go. Do not touch the sides, and that's all we really need from this dude. So yes, once he's taken so much stamina damage in his second stage, he'll jump over to this like generator, the power source, and he'll try to drain all the electric back. When he does that, he'll turn his back to you, and if you're quick, you can get loads of hits in with your Mark 22, and then it's just back as normal. So yeah, when he does this big electric attack, where he, like what he did in the first stage, guys, when we kept trying to bait it, Now he'll do like 3 zaps of electric, 3 rays. If he does that, you want to lay down to avoid it. But we do a different type of it now as well. Yeah, that one. See, three lines of electric. Lay down to avoid it. But also do one where he kind of puts it on the floor. If it's on the floor, you have to roll to dive over it. Yeah, so I'm almost dead. But sneaking suit, it reduces your damage, so it's really good for this fight. So again, he's doing that attack where he's put both hands above his head, and electric is between his hands. Yeah, this is that one where it's on the floor. I'm glad he did this, so you can see how to avoid it. Yeah, you got just run around and roll across it, guys. Like so. Obviously, try to roll across it where it's thin. So throw him, knock him down, roll over him, and that's it. So I got him. Now, as soon as you defeat him, get ready. He's going to drop his camo there with this Cold War. Yeah, as soon as you knock him out, get in his body, so Cold War is going to pop up. Yeah, it's going to poop out, so make sure you grab that quickly. That comes up useful in the motorbike stages coming up. Because when you got the Cold War uniform on, if you're facing enemies, they will not attack you. And you're going to want sniper rifles for this next bit as well, to shoot some of the Kerotans and Geckos. Yeah, remainder of the video pretty much just on the motorbike. Yeah, I thought they would have made this better in the remake, but it's just as bad as I remember it. The bosses probably go a little bit better. Yeah, but shooting the Kerotans and the Geckos, it's just as bad as what it used to be. I guess it looks better now at least. Yeah, so Cold War uniform, like I say, when you're facing enemies with it on, they'll not attack you. Sometimes they do if you're kind of aiming at them. Sometimes they will attack me when I'm aiming, sometimes they won't. I'm not sure if it's kind of like bugged a little bit. I think that maybe they're supposed to, but sometimes they don't, I don't know. But yeah, if you're just facing an enemy with your weapon down, they shouldn't attack you. But yeah, on the first stop, that Kerotan will be in the first far guard tower. So when you stop for the first time, guys, quickly shoot that Kerotan in the guard tower in front of you quickly, as I just did. Yeah, get that Kerotan first. Yeah, it's on top of that spotlight, actually inside the guard tower. So that's the first stop, it's where the Kerotan is. And the Gecko should be at the second stop, where all the tanks are. So get that one next. You can actually see the Kerotan from the second stop, but of course you want to be doing the Kerotan on first, and the Gecko on second. Gives you a bit more time then, for each one. Yeah, so just try to spin around to face the enemies. You can try to use a sneaking uniform or knock out the enemies as well as you go past, but it's quite difficult. You do have unlimited ammo here as well, by the way, so keep that in mind. Yeah, so there's a Gecko. When you stop for the second time near these tanks, yeah, that guard tower to the left. So just press options and make sure you got all the collectibles in this area. Because once you leave here, you cannot come back. So what you might want to do as well is each time you go into a new area during this bike chase sequence, is make save. Yeah, press options to bring up your pause menu. You can check if you got them all. We shouldn't need to shoot anybody on this first area. The second area, yes, you do need to shoot some of the enemies. The first area, you kind of should move automatically. It's kind of like on rails. Feels like it should be in the arcade with gun. But yeah, the tank can't damage you, don't worry. Not yet, anyway. But once you complete this mobile sequence, probably still about 10-20 minutes left of the game. So second area. Yeah, there'll be one stop at the start, and this first stop, you have to defeat most of the enemies to move on. But there'll be rocket launch enemies. The rocket launch enemies will shoot you regardless of a Cold War uniform or not. I don't think that happened in the original. Not that I remember anyway. But yeah, so the first stop's coming up. So first get ready to knock out the rocket launch enemy on the building ahead on the right. There's a Gecko, by the way. So there he is. Yeah, knock out. Remember, use your Mosin Nugent. We do not want to kill enemies lethally. But yes, the Kerotan is on that forklift on the far left, and the Gecko is on them kind of like small tanks between below the roof of the far right building. So get the Gecko, get the Kerotan. Of course, make sure you knock out the rocket launcher enemy before he shoots one at you, and shoot all the other enemies. Remember, make sure you're using sleep rounds. We do not want to get any lethal kills. So once you took them all out, you will move on. and you'll end up stopping back there in a second. So if you did miss any of them collectibles, you get like a second opportunity to get them. But I've got a Cold War Cold War camo, trying to face the enemies so they don't shoot me as often. You can try to shoot the tanks. Remember, if you shoot the tanks, it does not count as a lethal kill. I find they don't really kill many enemies, so I don't really shoot them that often. I did try, but yeah, they don't kill many of them. There'll be like 3 near it, and they only kill like 1. Yeah, I'm just going to put on the center dot display, so I can see where my aim is a bit better before I start aiming. Yeah, so when you come back around here, there'll be a rocket launcher enemy in a second again. He'll come on that roof, and make sure you try to quickly shoot him. Yes, that was a lucky shot. Yeah, your health might get quite low during this. It's quite hard to get rid of all the enemies, you know, when you first go past them. That's where Cold War uniform comes in useful. Okay, so the third area on the runway. Now this is where it gets tricky, trying to get all these collectibles. So the enemies will start shooting you, and there will be 4 behind you to begin with, 4 bikes. When you knock them all down, more will come afterwards. But yeah, I'm going to make a save here. Yeah, definitely make a save in this room, because the last collectible is right near the end, and if you miss it and don't close the game quick enough, the game will auto-save in the next area, and if you don't have save to reload, then you've missed it. So first off, I like to knock out all them enemies on the first 4 bikes, and I'll let you know where the Kerotan is. So in the direction we're heading in, yeah, I need to get my text guide up to let you know. Yes, the direction we're heading in, look on the signs on the left. Yes, you see all these like number markers on the side of the runway, kind of like telling you where you are in terms of junctions. Yes, you see that one, number 7. The Kerotan is on top of number 7. You got to just aim with your sniper rifle as you approach it and try to shoot it. I was quite lucky, did it on my first shot. But yeah, the Kerotan is on number 7, sign number 7 on the left. Just make sure you're ready, guys, to obviously shoot it as you come up to it. So Kerotan's on sign number 7, and then the Gakko. Yeah, it's on sign number 11, as you can see there. The Gakko is on number 11, still on the left. So Kerotan is on sign 7 on the left, and the Gakko is on sign 11 on the left. If you miss any of them, of course, as soon as you go past the Gakko, pause the game, see if you've got them all. If not, reload and try again. Yeah, best to do it that way, guys. And the good thing as well, if you do get killed on this and you restart with full health. So if you do get killed, rather than just reload straight away, keep going along with it, guys. And yeah, because you might find it better full health, don't need to worry about the enemy so much. But yes, in the second one, as you can just see, Kerotan is on number 18 on the right. So Kerotan was on number 18 on the right, and the Gakko is on the railing near sign 25. So the Kerotan was on sign 18 on the right, and the Gakko is near sign 25 on the left, was on the railing beside it. Now this tank will keep trying to shoot you. It's quite tricky to keep him away and be ready to shoot the collectibles as well. So what you might want to do is just ignore him and aim for these collectibles, and if you do get killed, just come back through again with full health. And there's a Gakko. So see, this can happen. He can kill you when you're about to shoot it. So I just made a brief edit there, guys, just back to where I was, just so you don't have to see me keep going through the same bit. Yeah, but there it is. So there's a Gakko, like I say, just outside sign 25 on the railing. You see, it just went bright yellow. I got it, and on my pause menu I got them both. So what I do normally, once I got that one, I'm now going to reload my save, because before it was to continue, so I respawned with full health. That's why my health was higher. I got Gakko, and now I'm reloading back to when I first came into this area. Like I say, check your records, make sure you have definitely loaded your original save. So you've got no continues, no alerts, you know, no human kills. Right, and now I've got all the collectibles in this runway. So now I'm going to equip my RPG. I'm going to wait for it to take out the human enemies. These human enemies in this second part of the runway, by the way, they will not attack you. I think they're just kind of like fodder for the tank. The game show you how destructive it can be if it runs you over. Yeah, once you got rid of the human enemies, just keep shooting it. And that should stop him doing any attacks and damaging you further. And if you have got red screen like me, it will gradually heal over time and go away. So yeah, just keep shooting its head. The only thing you can damage on it at the moment is the turrets underneath its head. There's 2 turret weapons. Yeah, if you shoot them, it will kind of disable them. So then only you can do is his rocket attack. But if you keep shooting him, keep him away, then he shouldn't have a chance to do his rocket attack. Yeah, it's the best way to do this. Yeah, we're not wasting any ammo, don't listen to him. It's unlimited. Yeah, do not be deceived. Right, so once you get to Rail Bridge, so we're going to get the 2 collectibles first, and then I'll show you how to shoot the bombs. If you're lucky, you might get quick enough to get collectibles and the bombs in the same run. If not, you get collectibles, reload, and then do the bombs. So straight away, yeah, keep checking records, make sure you haven't messed any up. So you want to make sure you're standing up, because you normally start crouched. Stand up and look left, and there's a Kerotan on the bottom of the bridge, on the railing. So there's a Kerotan, and the Gakko is on the far right side of the bridge on the rocks. There it is. That's it. Once you've got Gakko and the Kerotan, you then need to shoot the 4 bombs underneath the bridge, but you have to be quick. If you take too long, your tank will get to you and it'll be a game over, which you're going to see anyway. Yeah, so when you shoot a 3rd one, it'll make a cloud of obviously smoke, and you've got to wait a few seconds for you to see the 4th. But yeah, if you don't shoot it quick enough, that's what happens. But I've got collectibles, so when we restart, we can go straight onto the bombs. But of course, I'm going to reload my save, make sure that continue. It's not saved, so it's not logged. Right, so shoot the bombs. So yeah, they're underneath the bridge. So there's bomb number 2, bomb number 1, bomb number 2. And then the girder will fall down and start swinging. That'll be bomb number 3. Then you've got bomb number 4 behind it, but you've got to wait for the smoke to clear before you can see it. But don't shoot it straight away. Wait until she says that the tank is here. There you go. Yeah, once she says it's here, that's when you want to shoot it. If you shoot it too early, you'll get game over. That's it, a bunch more cutscenes. Now you've got a boss fight with the tank. So for this boss fight, what you need to do is keep shooting both its tracks, its not wheels, but yeah, basically its tracks. Yeah, keep shooting them. And once you shot them both, you'll go around its back and you have to shoot it on the back of its head. That's it, to deal damage. Just keep doing that. Now, if you're quick enough, he shouldn't get any time to attack you. So shoot one track, shoot the other track, and then you go around the back. Yeah, sometimes you just get glitched like this, and she's supposed to go around the back when both the tracks are disabled, but sometimes she won't. She'll just kind of stay still. So again, shoot the tracks. Yeah, quickly shoot them both as quick as you can. You normally get like 2 or 3 hits on the back if you're quick, and then straight to the tracks again. Yeah, the longer you take to hit him, the more chance of him attacking you guys. And if you just get a chance to shoot rockets, you're going to quickly swap weapons, shoot the rockets out of the sky, and then go back to shooting them with your RPG. Yeah, I think you just get a chance to do a few rockets, you'll see me shooting them. Yeah, but we're not finished yet with the motorbike. After you defeat this boss and the next one, we've got another annoying motorbike sequence. Yeah, so just keep doing that, guys. It's not too bad. I think this is a similar difficulty to the original. Yeah, it seems for me to go exactly the same pretty much. And the fight afterwards as well. Yeah, very, very much the same as the original. These two are. Just better graphics. So he got the rockets off. So if he gets a chance, we're going to quickly equip another weapon and shoot them. That's it, like so, guys. I'm sure he shot out more rockets than the original. Yeah, that's what happens if you're not quick enough. So quickly shoot your rockets before he gets a chance to shoot his. Yeah, so back around the back. Yeah, so next up it'll be Volgin on top of the tank. We'll get collectibles first, then reload, defeat that boss, and then we've got 3 more bike chase areas. And once these bike chase areas are complete and we're back on foot, that's when we'll call it a day for part 6. And we'll complete with part 7 tomorrow. Yeah, it's not as kind of like, you know, strategic like much of the other guys. You know, we're going through rooms a very specific way to avoid the enemies and whatnot. Yeah, it don't really work that well here. This part you've got to kind of practice and get used to how it works. And hopefully get lucky with the collectibles. Yeah, it's one of the more kind of like action parts of the game, I guess. No strategy involved at all, really. Yeah, I mean, you have got unlimited ammo, which is nice. Right, almost got him. Tiny bit of health left. There it is. Yeah, so straight after, you'll be in the same area, but now you'll be on foot. You don't have unlimited ammo no more, by the way, so just be careful. So first of all, get the Kerotan, just at the base of that tower. Once you've got a Kerotan, turn left, and you know the broken bridge, you'll find the Gakko on a small ledge beside it. There it is, get the Gakko. So once you've got the Kerotan and the Gakko, I'm going to reload. Now for this boss, what you need to do is you need to shoot the track of the tank with an RPG. Just shoot it one time, and be very careful. If you're not accurate, you will eventually run out of RPG. If that happens, just reload. So you want to shoot the track, and shoot the boss in his head with the Mosin Nugent sniper, and just repeat. So RPG to a track, then sniper rifle the boss in the head with the sleeping sniper rifle. Just repeat it. Now sometimes when you shoot the tank, it will not stop. I don't know if it's a bug or it just depends if he's doing a specific attack or movement, and it just doesn't work. But yeah, just RPG a track, shoot him in the head, and just repeat. Yeah, when I shoot him in the head, sometimes I try to shoot him in the back of the head, because that's when it sometimes glitches out. Because sometimes you'll shoot him as well, it won't hit him properly. But normally when I aim for the back of his head, it almost always hits. Yeah, because of course you've got a force field around the front of him. But yeah, aiming for the back of his head normally seems to work for me. But yeah, that's it. You get a trophy, guys. Shagohod. Now it's back to the bike. This one's probably a bit easier in terms of avoiding the enemies, but the collectibles are just as bad to try and hit. But this one I do try to use a different weapon. So the M63, and I'm using stun grenades as well. So if you keep lobbing stun grenades in front of you, it will hit the enemies behind you, and they're all on bikes as well. A bit later on they'll be on like these like hoverboards flying through the sky. But yeah, right now on them bikes, so just lob stun grenade in front of you. It'll blow up after you go past it and hit the enemies behind. Obviously do not throw them too far in front, because then they will probably hit you and you'll be blinded. Just lob them on the floor, guys, and they'll knock off all the enemies behind you. Yeah, and you always start this part with full health as well. So yes, M63 I use for these next few levels. Yeah, because it's got like, I think it's got like 100 bullets per clip or something. And you can just spray the Kerotan and the Gakko and hope that you get it. But even with a sniper, I'll be kind of hoping you hit it as well. But you've got to be careful because it's a lethal weapon. If you do, you can still use sniper rifle if you want to. But yeah, I just use the M63 here. But yes, be careful if you do kill any enemies. It is a lethal weapon, and they might catch a stray bullet. So make sure you check up on your records. I do actually happen to me here. But when you reach his first watchtower, after going through a tunnel, the Gakko will be on that vehicle just at the bottom. There it is. The Gakko is on that vehicle at the bottom of the watchtower. Swing around again, I'll show you again. So there's the Gakko on the front of that vehicle, guys. Get that when you go past it. Now I'm going to check my records, and as you can see, I killed a human. So yeah, make sure if you're using the M63, you check. But before I reload, I just want to get this final collectible. So when you come to the corner, the next stop, you'll stop for a moment, and the Kerotan is between them barriers. Make sure you got it. Now, I did reload, because of course that human was killed. I did get the Kerotan then, but I reloaded and come back through here and just made an edit, guys. So yes, once you try getting that last Kerotan, before you go anywhere else, check and quit and reload if you missed it, or if you got a human kill, just in case. Now, first Kerotan on this next area is in front of that rock, just down that hill. Yeah, so second area, Kerotan's in front of that rock down the hill. Then what you're going to do next, you're going to go uphill slightly, then down the hill. Then you go uphill again, and then down another hill. And then when you go up, You'll see it coming up on your left. Yeah, not quite yet. Yeah, so you'll kind of, from the Kerotan, you'll kind of go up a few hills, and then when you go up the third hill, I think it's the third, the Gecko will be on the left on that branch. There it is. Keep an eye out for that. Again, I'm just spraying it with the M63. Yeah, so like I say, the Kerotan is in front of a rock in front of you as you go down the first hill near the start of this area, and the Gecko is on a branch on the left as you go, I think it's the third hill. But yeah, shoot them, check your records afterwards, just make sure you did actually hit them. If not, reload, and you go through this area again. Remember, you do want to try to make saves as well in each of these areas, as I mentioned before, just in case you do make any mistakes. And once you've got the collectibles, make sure you've got a Cold War uniform on, guys, and then just face the enemies. And eventually in the same area, Eva will warn you that there's some debris coming up. Just shoot the log in front of you, just clear it out so you don't take any damage. Yeah, then I'm just facing the enemies so I don't get any damage from them. I've got a Cold War uniform, of course. Yeah, just keep facing them, no need to aim. Right, then we're going to go into north. Right, so once in north, this is the final area, I think this is the final one. Right, so the Kerotan is on a big rock in front of you, just slightly on the left, when you start going down the first hill. Yeah, there it is. The Kerotan is on that big rock there. Get the Kerotan. And the Gecko, when you go across the river, it's on the first rock, which is closest to you, just on your right. Yeah, there's the Gecko. There it is. So Gecko is when you go across the river, and the Kerotan is on a big rock on the left as you go down the first hill. And that's it. Once got them, that's all you need. Make sure you got a Cold War uniform on, guys, and just face the enemies. Yeah, it makes this part really easy. And there's my records. Yeah, if you try to take out the enemies, it can get quite messy. So yeah, I just like to just face them like this so they don't attack me. But eventually they will go over to the left. And when that happens, you just want to face left instead. Again, stop them shooting at you. But yeah, this should be the last part of the bike chase. Yeah, so again, just facing them. Yeah, end of the game goes quite quick. And what I'll do as well at the end is once we have, not once we have platinum, but once we've completed the game and we're back on the main menu, I'll show you all my list of the food collection and all my list in the camouflage index as well. So that if you have missed something, you can check, compare my list to yours. You can check if you missed anything. Yeah, I showed you all my food collection, all the snakes, all the animals, everything we got, and also all my camo, all my face paint, all that I'll show you. Yeah, and then anything you did miss, you can just go in the text guide, type it in the find and replace box, and it'll take you exactly to where it is and where we found it. But some camo can spawn in different spots, by the way. If you miss it in one spot, it can appear later on. Right, so after all that, yes, finally the bike sequence has been completed. You have to cure Snake and Eva. Yes, you have a cut you need to cure. And you have to do the same for Eva. Yes, now to to cure Snake, to cure cuts, you need to use such a kit, bandage, disinfect and styptic. And to cure broken bones, you need to use a bandage and splint. Yes, that's it guys, part 6 done, one more part tomorrow, and that'll be it finished, part 7, and there's my records. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on part 7 tomorrow. Hey, welcome back. This is part 7, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Yes, my platinum guide. We're finally at the end. I wouldn't say finally, it's quite a short game, isn't it, for the price, considering it's a fun game. Yes, I do really enjoy Metal Gear Solid, but yeah, maybe a little bit on the pricey side for the length. But yeah, so at the end, we've got probably about 15 minutes left of actual gameplay. Then it's probably like more than double that in terms of cutscenes probably. But yes, when we first get control back, it's going to get our build ready. So you'll be using smoke grenades soon and your Mark 22. You can grab all that ammo nearby. Yeah, check out all that ammo nearby. And you're going to spin around Make way along the path now in this grass. Put your thermal goggles on and you'll see a snake. Just kick it to get that. Yeah, no need to give Eva any food for the moment, because after a cutscene she'll automatically walk over to you. And if you give it to her now, then it's probably just going to waste a little bit as she tries to drag herself along with you. Get that second snake just as the path bends around to the right, guys, in that grass. Like I say, thermal will make him appear better. Now after this cutscene, you're going to make sure you got smoke grenades and the grenade camo. Straight away spin around and lob a grenade over there, smoke grenade. If you're not quick enough, they will spot you when they come around the corner. And then you want to make sure Eva's got a bit of food. I think I'd already given that to her, the food. But yeah, make sure it's got a bit of food, guys, got loads of stamina. Because when her stamina gets below 25%, she'll be a bit slower. And then when the path forks, you want to take the path on the right, because it leads you to the 2 collectibles. And then all you're going to keep doing is occasionally spin around and lob a smoke grenade behind you. Do not let Eva get too far back. If she does, she'll kind of stop, because she gets a bit worried when you're too far away. Yes, I'm here just for the log. You have to pass it over. There'll be 2 fruits on the floor. Kick them, guys, and pick them up. So again, just keep lobbing smoke grenades. Like lob one, wait probably like 5 seconds, lob another. Then once you get to this log, you're going to shoot that Kerotan on the left. You might want to lob a grenade in between doing this, because trying to shoot them both at the same time takes too long. Shoot one, throw a grenade, shoot the other. Yeah, and there's a Gakko on the other side, just on the rocks below. So another smoke grenade. Yeah, make sure Eva's following you. Sometimes she gets too close, she'll stop until you beckon her again. Yeah, so the reason we're throwing these smoke grenades is because some enemies will keep following you. And I have tried a few things. I've tried knocking them out. Problem is, if you knock them out, they get up before you get a chance to get to the end of this area. And they'll come around the corner anyway, and you'd have to knock them out again. But this way, it's really good. Yeah, smoke grenades don't knock them out, but it keeps them distracted. Every time you lob one, they're going to stop. And, you know, be puzzled about where the hell that smoke grenade came from. Yeah, no matter how many you throw, they will not click that it's somebody up ahead lobbing it behind him. So just keep doing that, guys, and then once you get to the end, you need to wait for Eva to catch up, and you'll automatically go into the next area. And what I like to do is just before she's about to reach you, equip your spider camo and Mark 22. It's going to need it for this next stream. And if you've got it equipped already, then if you retry, you don't have to keep swapping. Yeah, so just before she gets to you, guys, equip your spider camo and Mark 22. But you make sure you have got a smoke grenade that's gone off not too long before, so you do not want them enemies come right around the corner, because you left it too long between smoke grenades. Yeah, I did it the same way on the original, but I think on the original I can't remember what I did about not having many grenades. Of course, now we've got infinite because of the grenade camo. Right, so as soon as you get control back, leave Eva where she is for a moment, follow the wall on the left. We're going to make your way clockwise around it. Knock out that guy on the left first, then come down here. The other guard should not spot you. You're going to shoot these 2 in the back. So shoot him in the head and then shoot his mate. Of course, shoot the one at the back first, shoot the one at the front. The guy behind him is going to see something. Then once you've taken them 2 out, get these last 2. That enemy should be coming down that slope. And then you've got that one roaming in the middle. That's it. Now don't take too long, so we'll get back up eventually. So I'm going to equip my moss camo next, because it automatically heal my stamina for me while I'm doing these next steps. So what I like to do now is, now we've got rid of them 5 enemies. Yes, come to Eva. Make sure she's got plenty of food. Like I say, if her stamina gets below 25%, she'll move a lot slower. It doesn't matter too much now, because enemies are not, you know, right on your tail. But you don't want to be too slow. So like I say, them enemies will get up eventually. So yes, give her a bit more stamina by feeding her some food. You've got to make sure you're close enough, otherwise you can't feed it to her. Now this guard, the first one we shot, I like to pick him up once, because this guy drops Mark 22 ammo. That's it, just pick him up once, guys, and lay him back down. That's it. Put him into a uncomfortable position if you want to, so when he wakes up he thinks, what just happened? Pull his pants down as well. Yeah, that really have him a bit confused. But yeah, come to this fort next, and this tree in the middle. Shoot the Kerotan behind it, or kick it. You probably have to shoot it. Make sure you use a silenced weapon, because there are more enemies yet to come. And this fork, you want to take the path on the left. Yeah, make sure Eva don't get too far away. That's it. Now we're at the top here. Yeah, now be quite careful. Now there's a bunch of enemies here, but they're all laid in like a sniper spot, ready to snipe you when you come along the other path. So you get that guy directly below you first. There's 4 enemies here, by the way. And thermal goggles will come in very useful. This is the last area before the boss. Final boss in the game. The final boss in the game, probably one of the easiest if I'm honest. Probably next to Ocelot. Yeah, them two probably the easy boss in the game. First boss and the last boss, for some reason they're the easiest. So yeah, first take out that enemy below you, because he'll probably spot you straight away. And then you get these 3. On the original, I used to shoot one on the left first, but it don't really make a difference here. Just make sure your camera index is good so they don't spot you when you're knocking them all out. So 4 enemies, once got them, make sure Eva follows you down. Now it's got to get a Gecko. We've got a Kerotan, we've got to get a Gecko. Then we should have 63 off each. The final 2 will be in the boss area. So before Eva catches up, shoot that Gecko on the left. That's it. Just on the mud wall on the left. Make sure you stop the Gecko, because once Eva catches up, guys, you'll automatically go to the next area. And what we're going to do next, we're going to equip the sneaking suit, because we're going to use this for the next boss. You'll be using the Mark 22 thermal goggles, by the way. And I'm going to show you a radio frequency you want to call. So call this radio frequency 140.16, 140.16. You'll get a trophy, Serenity now. We can actually do all those throughout the game to get free stamina, but we don't really need them. So yes, call that radio station, guys, 140.16. You'll get that trophy. On the original, you had to call every single one, but here you just have to call one of them. Right, and continue to the end. Either once you catch up, like I say, you'll automatically advance to the final area. And this is the boss. So yeah, this boss, quite an easy boss, if I'm honest. So she'll always start off by running at you guys and trying to grab you. Now when time slows, you need to press R2 to parry. Yeah, when time slows down very briefly during a like melee attack, press R2 to parry. You need to get used to that. Now first of all, we're going to shoot down the Gecko and the Kerotan. The Gecko is on one of the tall trees to the northeast, I think, and the Kerotan is on one of the tall trees to the southeast. Shoot them. They should be the last ones, and you should get out a trophy. Yeah, if she does manage to knock you down and you've got a weapon equipped, by the way, she'll unequip all the ammo for you. Not for you, I mean she'll do that anyway. You've got to grab it all again. So when you're actually fighting her properly, try to unequip your weapon if you're not very good at doing it. Yes, there's Kerotan. No, I missed it. That's it. So we've got a Gecko, we've got a Kerotan, all 64 now. Now we need to get 3 snakes. The final 3 food are in this area. Yeah, so near the eastern log, I do actually die in a minute. Yeah, if you take too much damage, after shooting the Kerotan and the Gecko, you can just reload, guys, and then get the snakes if you want to. But yeah, you will need to get used to parrying her and pressing R2 at the right moment in order to, you know, counter her attack and lob her down, because there's a trophy connected to it later. It's quite easy to do. I mean, it does take a moment to get used to the timing, but yeah, it's not too bad. There's much more games than this which have a much tighter parrying window, and it's good to time slows down as well. So I've died to her, so let's just start again, show you again. So she'll always do this, guys, CQC attacks. You always open up with that, so be ready to parry her. And now I'm going to show you the snakes. So there's 3 snakes in this area. So behind the southern log will be snake K, that's snake solidus. Behind the eastern log will be snake snake I, so that's snake L. Snake I, snake liquid, and behind the northern log will be snake J, and that's snake solid. So 3 snakes, all kind of behind a log in the area. 3 snakes. Once you've got all 3 snakes, you're going to make sure you eat them. Remember, so they get added to the food collection as well. Collecting them isn't enough, you also have to eat them once. So yeah, I'm not going to use my fork. And also, we'll use fake death pill in a minute. So I'm going to eat that Tsuchinoko. Don't think I've eaten it yet. Right, and any foods I'm not eating. So like I say, it should be them snakes. So snake solidus, snake liquid,
Delicious.
yes, and snake solid. That should be all the animals now. The trophy will not pop, by the way, though, until you go into the main menu and the food collection that way. So that should be every food acquired and every food eaten. Right, so now I'm going to use the fake death pill. That's it. You'll get a trophy if you haven't used it before. Mostly dead. You used the fake death spill. And then I'm just going to reload. And I'll take you through this. So I'm going to show you this fight twice. It's very, very quick. So it might be a bit helpful if I just explain it, you know, twice. Otherwise it's going to go past too quick and you might miss what I say or something. Or might not have a chance to go into a bit more depth. So like I say, she'll always start with that CQC attack. And normally when she does her CQCs, she'll do it kind of in pairs of two. She'll do it one time, you'll block her, lob on the floor. She'll get back up, shoot you probably like 5 bullets, and then do it again. And then after the second time, then she'll shoot you like for longer, and then try to run away. She likes to play hide and seek, this one, so I hope you're good at that. Yeah, and you're always it. You're always one which has to find her. And every time I knock her down on the floor, get ready with your Mark 22 and quickly headshot her 3 times. So again, like I say, she'll always do it once, then shoot a few times and do it again straight after almost. I use thermal goggles, by the way, straight after, because it makes it easier to find her head. Because sometimes when you knock her down on the floor, it takes you a moment to actually find out what direction her body's facing. You know, where her head is. Yeah, so you can just equip the thermals, look down, you can immediately see where her head is, makes it a bit quicker. But yeah, she'll come to melee you, you'll block her, lob her on the floor, shoot her. She'll shoot a few times, then go to melee you again. You'll counter her, lob her on the floor, shoot her. Then after that, like I say, 2 times she'll do it. Then she'll shoot you for longer and then run away. Now once you've done it 2 times, hide behind a tree. So when she shoots you for longer, you're not going to take any damage. Then when she runs away, guys, go and find her. Yeah, be careful. She's very, very good at hide and seek. So you might have a bit of trouble. So make sure you do keep an eye on her. And wax on, wax off. So when her health gets near about 25%, she'll do a longer combo. It'll just be like it'll be twice as long. So you have to counter twice. You'll counter once, and then she'll kind of counter that. Yeah, she'll counter your counter, and then you have to do it again. And again, she'll still do it in sets of 2 though. So it's a bit longer now. But yeah, once you parried it, the full combo, you'll get our trophy, guys, wax on, wax off. So I'm just going to show you one more time. I just restarted it. To be honest, I got killed, I think. But yeah. So straight away, she'll run at you. I'm going to parry her, shoot her in there 3 times. She'll get back up. I'm just going to stand still. Like I say, she does this in sets of 2. She'll shoot me probably 5 bullets and then do it again. There you go. So again, parry. Spin around in the air. Lob on the floor, guys, head first. Thermal goggles, where's her head? There it is. Shoot her straight between the eyes. Right now, because it's the second time, she's going to shoot me for longer, then she's going to run away. Well, I'm going to chase after her. I think she's behind this tree. I can see her foot sticking out. Oh, yeah, there she is. No, she wants to hide again. Yeah, but normally once she comes out hiding, she'll start it again, guys. So again, she'll run at you, melee you, you'll counter her, lob her on the floor, and she'll do it again. Like I say, once her health gets between about half and 25% HP, she'll do a longer combo. And you have to parry both for wax on, wax off trophy. And there we go. So parry again, that's it. And that's pretty much all there is to it. So again, thermal goggles. Now when she does the longer combo, she'll normally have a head right near you. So make sure you quickly look at your feet, and then that's kind of where her head is. So again, playing hide and seek, we're going to go and find her. Yeah, we're not even going to count. We're not even going to bother counting to 30. She's going to run straight after her, guys. Yeah, I'm pretty good at this game. That's why I can find her so quick. Right, this should be the last one, hopefully. Yeah, it's quite an easy boss fight. I mean, once you learn the parry, how to do it, you know, the timing. Yeah, it's really easy. And once you knock her out, you'll get a uniform, guys. Snake. Yeah, make sure you grab that snake uniform which comes out of her. I'm just going to get myself comfortable. There we go. Nice comfy spot for me there. And after that, a big cutscene. The Patriot. And by the way, if you do run out of Mark 22 ammo, it spawns when you get below about, I think it's when you get, if you've got 7 ammo or less, Mark 22 ammo will spawn in the southwest corner in front of the southwest log. Yeah, kind of spawn just in front of the southwest log. Like I say, it will spawn when you get to 7 or below that. And then you have to shoot her. After that cutscene, you can't skip. Then there'll be a bunch of cutscenes. Be careful because there's a missable trophy coming up. It's not really missable, you can just reload quickly and try again. But yeah, here, I'm pretty sure in the original you could grab the one on the right and you get a bullet. Maybe it's a bit random, maybe sometimes in the left, sometimes the right. But But yeah, just go along with that. Just keep trying to shoot him. And then when you get to the save point, yeah, there'll be a save point during these cutscenes. Yeah, so save your game. Now, the third cutscene after saving your game, so you can skip 2 if you've watched them already. Yeah, so after saving your game, after the save prompt, you'll get this cutscene where Snake's walking through the corridor in his military attire, ready to address the president, I guess.
Far from it. She was a hero who died.
Yeah, it's got his eye patch on.
She carried out her mission knowing full well what was going to happen.
Yeah, this cutscene, do not skip it. You'll find out why in a second.
Because that was her duty.
Yeah, try not to vomit or anything when you come in here. And when the president's about to shake your hand, you have to hold R1 and then look left. I think it's with the right stick you have to look left. But yeah, so when he's going to shake his hand, you'll see in a moment.
You are above.
Well done, Snake. You did the country proud.
I hereby award you the title
How about a new eye?
Boss.
Yeah, there we go. Another medal. One of many to come. Yeah, this is first game, remember?
You
Yeah, so you salute him.
patriot.
Like I say, hold R1. Yeah, I strongly advise to shake his hand. It will not go down well if you refuse. So there we go. Hold R1 and look left, you'll get a trophy. Ocelot always gets his man because you'll find Ocelot in the window. He's just dancing out there, as he does. And then that's it pretty much. The last 3 trophies will come from when we actually get the completion. So yeah, this is all my results, guys, and you get loads of trophies now. If you're doing it in one playthrough, you're going to get all these at once. And yes, those are my final records. So I did take 1 life bar. I got 5 serious injuries. And yeah, 5 saves, but it's because of the autosave. Otherwise I would have saved more often. But yes, I ate loads of food. So after that, yeah, it's going to get to the main menu. You'll see all my unlockables as well. I want to show you what I unlocked. Yes, a single action army, Patriots, easy gun, stealth camo, green face paint, brown face paint, infinity face paint, tuxedo, banana camo, DPM, Oscom desert, desert tiger, flecktarn camo, national flag face paints, mummy, grenade, unlocked reward camo, I think there's 19 of them, AT camo, demo theatre, secret theatre, guy savage, character viewer. And you also unlock all these snake versus monkey levels. They'd all be unlocked when you complete the game. And get that as well, guys. The snake has many skins. You should get that for obtaining every single camo. So once you've unlocked all them camo for completing the game, you should get that trophy. A snake has many skins. Then you come into extras, food collection. And when you come in here, you should pop that trophy foodie for recording anything in the food collection. And then gastronomy for completing the food collection. And I'm just going to show you guys, so just in case you miss anything, compare what I'm showing you now with your list as well. Just whatever's missing, just look at your, pause the video, check what's missing on yours, and you should be able to tell exactly what you're missing. Then if you go into my text guide, go into find and replace in the search, so not in search, in the options for the documents, go into options, click on find and replace, type in whatever word you want to look for, and it will take you to all mentions of that word, and then you can find out exactly when I grab that food. You can get foods across many different areas. I mean, I didn't show you every one, I just showed you 1 or 2 where I got them. So I just like to space it across a walkthrough. So of course, you do eventually run out of space. So I wanted to make it so you got plenty of space, not just like lobbing everything at once. Then for the rest of the game, you're not going to be collecting any food. I wanted to space it out. Yes, and these are all the camos. So these camos with like a little downloadable icon in them, they're the ones which like a deluxe item or pre-order content. Those are not required. Yeah, them ones there for like a download icon. Yeah, they're not required. Yeah, face paint, uniform. So you need all the face paints and all the uniform for, of course, that camo trophy. A snake has many skins. Items not needed. I've just shown you there what I've got. And for the final one, it's got to start a game on Legacy style. And there it is, Old Snake, New Tricks, and Endless Battle, Platinum. And that's it, guys. Platinum in Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater Delta Remake number 3. Yes, in one playthrough, it's not too bad, is it? Yeah, some boss fights are annoying, but they're going to be annoying no matter what, even if you do it on New Game Plus, New Game. But yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one very, very soon.